Oh, I can't tell if we live yet. There we go. Oh, yeah, we are here. It's that show. It's the one. It's Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps, and I am the Lester Pipps from the title. This isn't some kind of situation where there's been a little alien growing inside of me this whole time. It's going to pop out of me and dance like a frog with a top hat on. No, no, I'm really me. There's no foul play at hand. We got a fantastic show coming to y'all tonight. It is the finale. I'm getting out the bunker today, y'all. I'm gonna go brave the elements and see if all these COVIDs that are up in the air can get inside my brain or not. I bet they can't. I got a thick ass skull. All right, y'all. Before we can get to that great line, I can't even tell you who all's on the show because there's so many old friends, new friends, people who you might not even consider friends. They're gonna be on the show tonight. So let's get to it. But before we can, we got to get to that intro song.
Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps is the show that you're currently watching. It's about to start with his amazing guests, and they're gonna tell you how to survive out in the apocalypse. It's Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. This is not a lie where the intro song leads you into a different show than the show that you thought you were watching. It's really the show. Y'all, this is going to be a wild night. We got so much going on this show, but as you know, I am legally required to start every episode by telling you what day it is. So, and by, I actually have to come clean about something, y'all. I've been saying I'm legally required to do this for like every episode of this show for so long. But my publicist told me recently that he just asked me to, and it wasn't legal. I thought it was a law. But anyway, I'm going to keep doing it. Today is September 30th, which, as you all know, is International Podcast Day. How apropos for what you listening to if you're not watching and you're listening. Because this does come out as a podcast, y'all. And I should tell you right now, if you haven't been listening to the podcast, but you've only been watching the videos, well, that's actually good, because if you're only listening to the podcast and you're not watching the videos, you're missing out. Especially tonight. There's going to be a 40-minute bit that you really want to watch the video for. I'm not kidding. The end of the show is going to be a 40-minute bit, and you're going to love it if you watch it. But if you only listen to it, you're going to be confused. So if you're listening on the podcast and you're thinking, well, I'm at my computer and I do have a long time to kill, turn off your podcast app, turn on your YouTube, and get it on. That's well, I don't even know the YouTube site. It's just search YouTube for my publicist Ezra Potter. I think it's like youtube.com/Ezra Potter, maybe. I'm not sure. Look, it's his job to publicize, not mine. Anyway, I don't know how y'all are celebrating International Podcast Day, but here what we's doing is we's having the finale. It's crazy that it lined up. I honestly, until right now, when I looked it up, I did not know that that's what the day of the week was, the day of the year or whatever the International Day was. But it's true. It's also International Blasphemy Rights Day, which I think means it's a day to be a blasphemer. Go out and blaspheme, folks. I think that's what that means. But what I'm doing for this day is I'm getting out the bunker, y'all. Look, as I've said a couple of times so far, I got a lot of guests lined up for today. So we're just going to start getting right to them. There's old friends, there's new friends, there's people who may or may not become friends. I don't know. And there's all of y'all in the... I'm on mute? Oh, Paul's messing with me in the chat. Okay, if you're in the chat, definitely don't let Paul trick you. Okay, I'm not on mute. I can't... There's too many people in the chat for me to go through it and do all these chats. Oh man, there's so many good chats. All right. Okay. I gotta let y'all hang out in the chats by yourselves. I don't have time to be putting the chats on the screen and all that. Because okay, this is really confusing because now there's chats that are coming onto the screen. Okay, enough. We gotta get to the show. All right, this show is gonna be crazy. There's a lot of people. It's going to be fun. Here's my first person. It's my old pal, Norman Clarington. Norman, welcome to the show.
Hi, Lester. I just have to say, I was so thrilled to hear from you after so long, because we had sort of a mix-up the last time where I thought it was a date and it was just a conversation podcast, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. You came on a while back and you thought we was going on a date, but you had actually just gotten on my email list about Apocalypse Tips.
Yeah. So that was my bad. I got a lot of feedback after that about I should have known.
Oh,
But then I heard from you. I deleted your number out of my phone
yeah.
because I was so like, I don't want to get mixed up in this ever again. But I did, before I deleted it, write it down on a sheet of paper
Oh,
so that
really?
if you ever texted me again, I would know that it was you. And so you did. You texted me, do you want to do the show again? And I thought
Yeah.
that's kind of a fun way to ask me out.
No, no, Norman.
So here I am. I'm a little more casual. Last time I was in a suit, but you dressed casual last time. So I was like, let me just, when in Rome.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well, I
mean?
only have one outfit. It's black shirt, jacket, glasses. I've never had anything else on in my whole
It
life.
looks
But
great on you. It looks stunning, I gotta
oh,
say.
thank you. Thank you so
So
much, Norman.
flattering.
That's really nice. But I just want to clarify right away. I
Please.
did just want you to come on the show again. I thought, we didn't
Yeah,
really get the
I
chance to
know the
connect because, well, last time I didn't really
definitely.
get to know you that well because you were so focused on the fact that you thought it was a date. So I thought, for the finale episode, maybe we could, reconnect and find out who Norman Clarington really is.
I'm so interested in reconnecting with you actually because the
Oh
first
no.
time through I was like, what mind games are you playing with me? And like then you reached back out and I was like, this is my shot.
Oh, I
And
see what I. Yeah.
so I am here and I am an open book in so much as I am ready to be written on by you. So please, right away.
Oh well, Norman. Okay. Well, look. Let's just establish right away, not a date. But I am
Hmm.
curious.
You
What is
keep
it that
saying
makes
that, and I feel like you're negging me. Is this a neg? Am I supposed to like?
no?
Because it is. I'm very attracted to it.
Well, look, I mean, I have been nothing but honest with anyone who's been on the show, except maybe my ex-wife when I did tell her that we were still married, even though I knew we weren't. But that's a different thing. But look, I mean, I'm married to three women right now. Okay, last week I got another wife. She came on my new wife, Mrs. Lester Pipps, aka Jeannie Warfel, came on the show and Australian weddinged me. So I do have a third Australian weddinged wife, but I'm not really in the market for. I mean, I guess we are kind of in the market for Eater's Elbow, but that's a specific thing that our therapist told us to do. So I'm not
It's
really in the
so
market for
fun.
Norman.
It's so fun when you play hard to get, Lester, because it's like you were so specific about saying my ex-wife, and it's like, okay, man, like back up. You know what I mean? Like, it's our first date. And then you're like, I have three wives right now, and like that's supposed to scare me or whatever.
Well, I wasn't trying to scare you. I was just trying to be very honest with you. Make it
Hmm.
clear that I am in fact married three ways.
Yeah. Well, three is an even number, and as everyone knows, you only marry odds.
Okay, I got a lot of questions about what you just said because one, I don't know that everybody's ever said you only marry odds, but also
Everyone
three
says it.
is an odd number.
Pardon me.
Three is an odd number, Norman.
It's don't shame three. It's a perfectly fine number.
No, yeah,
Okay,
I mean it is a
it's
little bit
perfectly fine.
misshapen, but that's not what I meant. I
Yeah,
just like, I mean, if you look at a three, it is kind of misshapen, right? It's like, is it a boob? Is it butts? You can't tell,
you're
or
so
or
again.
or is it a butt or is it boobs? Well, you can't tell.
Well, if you're looking at it like that, I mean, look, I hear you when you say boobs, and it's like, okay, Norman, you don't have boobs, and it's like, all right, man, are you really trying to like get under my skin right now, even though we're not
No,
even to the entrees yet, Lester?
okay, there's no entrees tonight. There's no food with the show. I mean, unless you're eating at
That's
your
okay.
house, I
We
guess.
can we can we can skip the food. Okay, you bad
Okay,
boy.
that's not what I meant, Norman. That's not what I meant. Um, Look, man,
Well, tell.
have you okay, since you thought we was dating, which we weren't, have you gone on dates with anybody else?
Okay, that's a really good question. I've worked on myself because, like I said, I received a lot of feedback about how like oblivious I was, and so what I've done is I've journaled about what I would like in a partner,
Oh, sure.
um, and I have like a vision board on my wall.
That's nice.
um, and it is okay. It's a vision board. It's the screen that I'm talking into right now, and I have had it. I took a screenshot of our first date,
Oh
our
no.
first date, and that has been on my vision board. And when I say that I've been journaling, I have been just manifesting this moment, and I feel so powerful right now. I like, it's hard to explain the power that you have when like you can just think, I want Lester to ask me out, and then he texts you, do you want to be on the show? And it's like, wow, like
Yeah.
that. I mean, Nostradamus could
I
take
mean,
some notes,
in a
you know?
way, there's something to what you're saying.
Yes.
You did put out in the world the energy that you wanted to reconnect with me, and I did reach out about that. But I want to be clear. When I asked you to be on the show, I
Yes.
just meant, be on the show. Maybe you have some dating advice for my listeners, since it seems like you've, been on. But at the same time, I'm like, you don't really do so great at the dating. So,
Okay, here's my advice. Thank you for asking. My
okay,
advice, here's what I did with Lester, with Mr. Pipps, is I emailed him every single day, and I
that's
said,
true.
in my email, I wrote, I am over you, and then I put a little asterisk, and then under I put asterisk, and I put, I'm kidding. And it was like a very cutesy thing that we did. It was our thing. You and I, Lester, we did it together. And sure, you didn't respond, but I could see that you read them for the first
Yeah.
five, and then it seemed like maybe deleted the rest of them. But I feel like maybe that persistence is what got me here today. And it's really a Cinderella story. But I'm not wearing
See,
shoes.
oh, well, I don't have a slipper to put on your foot. But look, I mean, my publicist did tell me that you'd been emailing, and I thought that meant like, oh, Norman might want to be on the show because that's what the email list is for. I didn't know they were I'm over you, but just kidding, I'm not kind of letters.
I love how you use being on the show as like a metaphor.
I'm not. I'm really not.
What do you, so sorry, when you say you're not, what does that mean? Explain
I'm
that
not
to me like
using
I'm
being on
like
the
I'm
show as
five.
an okay. I'm not using the show as a metaphor. I mean, when I asked you to be on the show, I literally meant come on, Norman. I want to let you down easy, but I gotta be firm here. I'm not trying to
Ooh,
date you, man.
you're being firm right now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Okay,
standing
I
tall. I'm
mean,
making my point clear.
you're making a point.
I don't want to. I mean, ultimately, like, I don't want to come across as being hard on you. I'm trying to say
Whew,
that
whew.
I'm not trying to date you.
Listen, I can't even pay attention to the words you're saying because the energy you're giving me is all hard and standing up and on point right now.
Okay,
And
let me be
that is
soft.
a lot.
Let me be a soft little blob and say, Norman, I'm not
Listen,
trying to date you.
I'm interested in you however you are, Lester.
Okay,
Don't
well,
I don't want to change you. I just want for this to work despite it feeling like maybe you don't want it to.
yeah, no, I don't want it to. I think I've made that really clear.
I'm okay.
Norman,
I'm thinking back
got,
on the work that
yeah,
I did on myself, and
okay, great.
I'm starting to feel like maybe you're trying to give me a sign of some sort.
Okay, Norman, the only sign I'm trying to give you is one that I'm holding up way up high in the sky that says, we're not going to date. Okay?
Because we're just going straight to marriage.
No, Norman, I got other guests I got to get to. Okay, man. You can stick around if you want to. You can help me talk to them, but this isn't a date. Okay?
Is it a group date?
No, no. Look,
So it's
my
not a
next
date.
guest. It's not a date. It's absolutely not a date. Okay. My next guest is
You will see me in your email. Okay.
okay. Well, Norman, there's somebody out there for you, man, and you'll find him. It's not me. Okay?
I love you. I wish you the best.
I wish you the best too. I don't love you.
I love you.
Okay, still don't love you. All right. My next guest, I'm so excited to get to. My next guest is a pop star who's been on the show from the beginning. I do feel bad for the way I treated him, but sometimes it's like you just got to be straight up with people. Okay. My next guest is somebody I'm very excited to talk to. They're a pop star. They've been on the show since the beginning, the first episode, really. His name's Jason OTA, and well, here he is. Jason, welcome to the show.
Jason OTA's here to say, what's up, Lester? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on my show. I got a podcast now. Starting on informational and religious. I'm religious now.
What? What'd you say, Jason?
Praise him.
Wow, Jason. Well, that was amazing. That was quite the entrance. That music was beautiful. I do have questions about the lyrics, but man, was that beat fun to do.
Lester, thank you so much for having me. Praise be. I love that you have brought me onto this show for bringing just joy to praise his name, and also to praise you for all of the hard work that you've put on since the beginning. You've been doing this for what, like 20 years now, right? Right, Lester?
I mean, it's possible. This is episode 74. I don't know how I only exist during showtime, so I don't know 100% what else happens. But
listen, gotta give it up to God. He created time, he created days, he created life. So
it's true.
So it's
this
gotta
is a big turn for you, Jason. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you've never talked about God on the show before. You've talked about your conservatorship. You've talked about being a pop star. You've talked about a lot about having sex with your family. That's mostly what you've talked about.
I talked about having sex with my family and stuff. Yeah, you didn't know I was religious?
No, that's a new thing for you, Jason. I gotta be honest with you.
I tweeted it yesterday. You didn't know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tweeted it yesterday. It like blew up. I mean, I tweeted it along with, how my cat was my conservator for a while, and then we went to court.
Yeah.
And now that I'm religious, I'm I praise him. That's the only conservator I have is the Lord and my pastor. Of course, I pay most of my money to my pastor, but I do praise him, and I'm just so happy now. So thank you for having me on the show, Lester. I really appreciate it, and I got a big announcement too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I'm happy to have you here. I'm glad you're out of the cat conservatory cat conservatory.
Yeah, I lived in a cat conservatory where they train cats.
Yeah.
It was part of my conservatorship.
I see. Well, okay. What's your big announcement?
Well, my big announcement, aside from praise him, love you, Jesus.
Right, this Jesus. Random turn into Jesus loving. I got you. Yeah.
Love the Jesus. Well, it's not random because today is International Podcast Day. It's also International Blasphemous Day. And there's a reason why those two are the same. Because podcast is for blasphemous, but not anymore. Because your boy J.O. is here. Jesus loves podcast. Jesus loves podcast. Jesus loves podcast. Jesus loves podcast now. Devil made podcast. Devil made Apple. Devil killed Steve Jobs. Now I'm here to snaffle. I'm here to make a snaffle out of the podcast. I'm making a podcast made of snacks about Jesus and my church. Churches of Jesus podcast. Go. Praise him.
Whoa, Jason. Again, fun beat. I got questions about the lyrics. Did you say that the devil made podcasts and you're making a church out of Snapples?
Where's my cat?
You're getting emotional.
Listen, I love Jesus so much.
Yeah.
Sometimes, listen, you wouldn't know this because you haven't been outside your bunker for a while, but it's crazy outside right now. It's crazy. The world is crazy. And one of my biggest things, this is just me, but like, I want peace, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but that's what I want. I want peace in the world. And the only way to get to peace is getting a piece of him inside of you.
Well,
and sometimes that peace has to be honored by making large monuments of him out of Snapples.
Oh, I see. So when you said you're making a church out of Snapple, you didn't mean you're gonna make a church about drinking Snapple. You mean you're building a physical church out of Snapple bottles.
Snapple caps, but yes.
Snapple caps. Wow.
It's mean.
That's a lot of caps, man.
I love Snapple. Shout out to Snapple, my sponsor, Snapple. Snapple.
I see. That makes more sense now. Now I get it. You're being sponsored by Snapple.
Yeah.
Jason, look, I try not to challenge my guests' worldviews too often, but I am curious. Did this turn to Jesus happen because Snapple told you it would be profitable?
First off, George, his name is George from he's the ad exec that talked to me about becoming Jesus and also is my pastor, religious. George told me that it would be beneficial for everyone financially to become religious because Snapple was offering that. I got a whole song about it. You guys, you didn't. I tweeted this out yesterday with a new album. You didn't see this new album?
No, I only exist during the show, so I haven't been able to check Twitter yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, great. Okay, well, go ahead and check it. This is my first song off the album. It's called "Put Me Inside of You." That's the name of the album. This song is called "Why Though." Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Put me inside of you. Put me inside of you. Why though? Put me inside of you, put me inside of you. Why him though? Jesus, I love you. Put me inside of you, Jesus. I want you to drink my wine. Drink, drink, drink it up. Put my wine in your butt. Yeah. Why though? Why though? Why though? Why though? Because Snapple said so.
Wow. I mean, Jason, again, the beat is fantastic. I could dance to it forever. But then as soon as I started hearing the lyrics, I had a lot of questions. Because this seems a lot like some of your earlier work where you say it's not about having sex with your family, but it clearly is. And I think in this case, you're considering, you've taken the family out and put Jesus in.
I mean, that's all you need at the end of the day. You need just Jesus inside of you.
I guess that's true. Yeah. There was a part about putting your wine in his butt. I did have questions about that part.
Do you know what a metaphor is? Do you know what a metaphor? I feel like we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
These are metaphors.
Right.
These are metaphors.
Okay, yeah.
You want me to sing my song? What's a metaphor? Dude, you want me to because we sang that song multiple times on this show.
We've definitely
and it's always different. It's always different. All right, we're doing it.
Okay.
Hey girl. Hey. What's a metaphor? Why? It's like this. What's a metaphor? It's for your door to come closed when it's open. What's a metaphor? It's so that you know. That's how you say no in Australian. What's a metaphor?
What?
You can be a lord if you just buy it on the internet. If you've ever had those targeted ads from Scotland, targeted ads from Scotland, that's what's a metaphor.
I don't know how that's a metaphor.
You don't need to know except how to get boned.
Okay, there's
how to get boned. How to get boned.
Yeah.
That's what's a metaphor now.
I guess
you know.
Okay, Jason. I mean that was calming. I love the music, but I mean you didn't at any point explain what a metaphor was. You asked it, and then you said something about buying land in Scotland to become a lord, which I think is something that somebody who looked a lot like you did on another show called Finger Guns.
I'm sorry, I just get so emotional from that song.
And then you went into the stuff about
so much. I love metaphors so much.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, I don't like to question my guests' worldviews too much, but If you think a metaphor is just boning, then you got something to learn in English class, my friend.
Listen, I don't want to fight with you either. It's
Yeah.
International Podcast Day and also
Right.
the launch of my podcast too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to fight with you because I need the
Okay.
press, obviously. And
Okay.
Snapple said told me to be good. And I'm also here to say thank you, Lester, for everything you've done in the last year. You've been a beacon to so many people I know
Oh.
in my community. And
Oh,
that's
well,
mostly
thanks.
people within my Snapple church that I've been slowly bringing into my church for the last year and a half. We all watch the show.
Wow. Well, okay. I'm glad that people are watching the show. That's for sure. Because I definitely want people to be protecting themselves against all kinds of apocalypses, But I am a little bit concerned about the Snapple Church situation.
It's all explained. This is going to be my last song because I know you got
Okay.
so many more guests.
Yes, we have time for one more.
All right. This song is called Thank You, Lester.
And I want this song to explain what the Snapple Church is and what your podcast is.
Perfect.
Okay,
Because
great.
that's what it was going to be anyways.
Perfect. All right, you go ahead now. Take all the time you need, really. Okay, go ahead. And take all the time you need. We definitely have to get to my next guest.
By the way, I haven't mentioned this before, but I don't use autotune. I've told you that before, right? This is all just
You've
natural.
certainly told me that before, yeah.
This is all natural.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for leaving a 5-star comment on my podcast. Oh, thank you for being a member of my Snapple church, where we just praise be to God and drink Snapple. Snapple, so refreshing. Lester, thank you for all that you do. And subscribe to my podcast.
Okay. Well, Jason, you kind of
I'm not done
answered.
yet.
Oh,
praise him. Leave 5 stars on Lester's podcast. Leave 5 stars on Lester's podcast. You can still bring up the ranks since his last goddamn show. Please go do it. Yeah. Rate 5 stars while you're going for Jesus' blood.
Wow. Well, thank you, Jason. Yeah, I think that is the big takeaway from your appearance tonight. Rates 5 stars while you're going for Jesus's blood. I appreciate the shout out to Rate My Podcast, although I will say you didn't explain what your podcast is or what your church does, but that's okay because we do have to get to my next guest. You want to stick around? You can chat with my next guest if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I released the podcast, but I don't know what it is about yet. But yeah.
Oh, you've released it, but you don't know what it's about yet?
No idea. But we're #1 on Apple and Spotify and.
Yeah, that tracks. Celebrity really is all you need to have a successful podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, celebrity is really all you need to have.
Yeah.
Celebrities are all you need. I gotta get to my next guest. I'm so excited to talk to. What?
I can sing my song "Celebrities All You Need" if you want.
No, we don't have time for another song. Thank you, though. My next guest is an old friend. He hasn't been on the show in a while because I thought she was dead, but turns out she's not. Abby Tanisizer, welcome back to the show.
Woo! Thanks for having me, Lester.
Whoa!
I'm feeling alive as ever.
Wow. Yeah, you first came on the show as somebody who was eating pen ink to try to stay alive during the apocalypse. And then we met you again when you had basically turned all your blood into ink. And now it seems like, well, you've gone Smurf.
Oh, I don't. What's a Smurf?
The little blue guy.
You see that there's like a logo above you?
It says the Smurfs.
Oh, that's a thing? I found that on the side of the road. I was looking for more pens, but found this
Gotcha.
instead.
Where'd you get
So
that hat?
that's not a digital signature. That's a sign you literally found on the road and hung up behind you.
It's
Yes,
cool.
yes.
It's
Thank
cool.
you.
That's
It's
great.
is this like a pop culture reference?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not me.
Okay. Well, Abby, how
Woo!
have you been? Your skin's entirely blue. Your lips look like they're bleeding blood. That's blue. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm so fine. I mean, sometimes I see.
Abby? Oh my God.
Sorry.
Abby's batting the
Someone's-
air like there's
Ah,
something there.
There's
Yes.
someone in your room?
There's just these dragons that are flying through the air all the time now, but
Oh.
but I've got it covered. All I need is I take like a shots of penning straight to the heart now, and
Oh no.
it seems to get rid of them. So
Oh shit. That
Whoa.
penny is strong, man. That's some fucked up shit. You don't want to mess with that.
whew.
And that's a
I
heavy
do want to
drug.
mess with it. Ooh,
Are
I
you
love it.
drinking penny ink? Is that what's around your lips?
Yes. It's also blood. But it's mostly pen ink.
Well, I mean, your blood is pen ink, so unless you've been eating other living things.
I mean, I everything is living at this point in my life. Things move. Everything moves.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Abby, are you still in the same office building where you were before? Whoa, that time when you moved, your face disappeared for a second, but then came back.
Yeah.
You saw that
That's
too.
wild.
I see that in the mirror sometimes. My face just melts, and then I curl up in a ball, and I
Abby,
think I'm gonna die.
I've been exactly where you at before. I've been tripping hard. All right, just listen to my voice, okay?
Okay.
Think of Jesus. Think of Jesus and how if you don't praise him, you'll be in eternal hellfire for the rest of time. Just that'll calm you down, okay? Can you is that calming you down at all?
No. I don't like Jesus. I don't like Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
Why? Did you have a previous interaction with Jesus, Abby?
Yeah. Jesus came to my door and tried to sell me on being a Jehovah's Witness, and it was
Oh my
real
God.
weird. It was real weird.
I bet it was weird for them too, because you probably answered the door with blue all over your face.
I did, but Jesus, I've heard Jesus loves everybody and accepts everyone into his heart. So I don't think there was a lot of judgment coming from Jesus, the Jehovah's Witness.
How do you know it was Jesus? Did he like offer you some wine, or did he like walk on like a puddle or something? How did you know it was Jesus?
Jesus introduced himself as Jesus. He said, "I'm Jesus Christ," and I said, "I believe you."
Wow.
What describe Jesus Christ? He didn't look like, a guy with like red skin, big devil horns, or anything like that, did he?
Well, he was at first a dragon, but then he turned into a person wearing a suit.
Oh, wow.
And then back into a dragon. And then I slammed the door in his face and I said, I don't want to be anything relating to this.
Wow,
This
that's
Jehovah's
tough.
Witness. Yeah.
You sound so high.
I'm not.
Your face disappeared again for a second, and I gotta say, it looks weird when it's blue, but it also looks weird when it's not, because there was blue all over your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pen ink and blood, which is
Right,
also pen ink. Yeah.
Right. Well, so why is your blood on your mouth? Have you been drinking your own blood to get by?
When I don't have pens, yes, I usually just kind of make a little cut, and I drink the blood so I can get that high again.
God.
Yeah. My urine is also pen ink now too, somewhat. It burns a lot. I try not to pee.
Oh God.
Constant
that's terrible.
UTI. Constant.
Yes, I can only imagine.
How's that
Yeah.
working out? Trying not to pee? Is it like how percentage of success do you have?
Oh, I'm miserable. I wish I could die, but I for some reason I can't. Ah!
Oh, whoa! We're getting a live look at pen ink shooting up happening. That's crazy.
Is that allowed on Twitch? Can we do that on Twitch?
Let's not question it, because those kinds of words get us in trouble. Oh my God! As Woodrow Live says, we're gonna be Smurfs straight. Abby, I gotta ask you. I know there's a lot to do with your blood and you're getting high. There's a lot of that. This meeting with Jesus is crazy, but I'm curious. you've been living in an office building and people have kind of been going back to work. Has that been a problem for you?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm still in the office building, but I'm not supposed to be here anymore. They kicked me out. It was either 2 weeks ago or it's 10 years ago. I don't know, honestly, um, but yeah, they don't want me here. And I'm sort of just moving floors at night when the janitors come in. I'm sneaking in trash cans and in elevators. It's been a
Wow.
it's been an adventure to say the least, especially with the dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all of
There's
it
a
sounds
lot of
rough.
Yeah,
The
a lot of
dragons in
dragons.
particular. Yeah.
Are
I don't
there
know why
any
they brought dragons to this.
are there
office.
any janitors that are dragons?
Um, only two of them. And yeah, they're both awful, and they're out to get me definitely.
What happens when they find you?
Well, usually they go after my
Oh my
ears
God,
and
your eyes.
they try to pick me up.
Yeah.
They try to pick me up from my ears and
What?
launch me out of the building.
Oh my God.
But
Pick
then
you up. How tall
Yeah.
are you? How tall
Why
are
do
you,
they go
Abby?
for your ears?
Yeah. That sounds like something
well,
you would
they're
do
like
for a kid
tiny
or something.
dragons. They're little dragons, and so they pick me up, one on each side, one dragon
Okay.
per ear, and they just lift
Okay.
me.
Now, yeah, Jason asked a good question. Have you gotten smaller since you started drinking so much pen ink?
Oh, I'm so small, which makes getting
Really?
around in this office building so much easier. But
Probably
then,
easier to hide from dragons, though, too.
yeah, it definitely. But sometimes there are moments where I'm not small, and it's usually when I start to feel like I'm dying. And I stop seeing all the dragons then too, but I'm usually like big and I'm like curled over a toilet,
Oh
normal
God.
size. But every other time in my life, I'm tiny.
Oh my God. So wait, so when you get big and you get sick, what's the solution? Don't tell me you drink more pen ink.
I mean, I feel like that's the solution. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I think what that means is just when you sober up, you realize you're a normal sized person and you try to vomit out the ink, but while you're high on pen ink, you think you're tiny and you see a lot of dragons. That's just my guess. I mean, I've been wrong before, but I don't think I'm wrong this time.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure after the pandemic, they brought tiny dragons into this office, and I'm small.
What's
And
the
that's
pen ink? What's the pen ink high like? Like I've done a
Oh,
lot of drugs, and the biggest drug of all is, of course, the Lord. But what's the pen? I'm just like curious. Like, I would never try it, but what's it like?
are you sure you wouldn't try it? Because it's pretty cool.
I mean, Jason,
It's
you've been
pretty cool.
to rehab multiple times, so I would be
Yeah.
careful, but I am
I-
curious too, Abby. What is it? What is the pen ink I like?
Well, it's really itchy. I'm itchy all the time.
Okay,
Everywhere.
so we're starting off with a negative. Okay, starting
No,
off with a
that's
negative.
it's a positive because it's what keeps me feeling alive. Because I'm like, oh, my skin, it's great. I love it.
Mhm. Do you remember
Another
what it's like when
positive.
your skin wasn't itchy?
I don't know what that's like.
Mhm. Okay, what's a positive? What's a positive?
Well, I get to see little dragons all the time.
Yeah, but they're trying to chase you out of the building. That doesn't seem like it's a positive.
They
Well, it's
torment you.
they
It sounds
do,
like
but
this high is torturous. Your body is saying, "Get this out of my system," and
You
making you
need
itch.
Jesus,
Ah,
Abby.
haven't
Abby,
you ever
seek
watched
Jesus.
Discovery Channel or like Animal Planet? Seeing those dragons from a distance is a beautiful thing. Let me tell you. It's just once, after like the initial like
Wait,
2 seconds when they come
hold on a
after me,
second.
that's when I'm
These
scared.
Hold
dragons,
on a minute.
is there like wars and fighting with these dragons that you're watching on Discovery Channel? Like maybe some boats and like sex and boobs and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Jon
Would
yeah.
you
Snow,
watch
There,
for example.
Jon
there's
Snow?
there's a lot of
Are
sex,
there?
and there was Jon Snow, and I think incest also. Um,
I love that show.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love
Yeah. That's
Discovery Channel.
okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you did discover a channel. I'll give you that. Abby, I just have one last question for you before we have to get to my next guest, and that's like, what the world is opening up a little bit. I'm getting out of my bunker, which is crazy. What are you hoping for in the future?
I am hoping to stay alive in my
Okay.
immediate future,
Right.
but also I want to die. So I really just need to make a decision and
Oh
come to
God.
terms with that.
That is the most drug addict statement I've ever heard. Abby, I think we need to get you help, but I'm
Find
not.
Jesus. Find Jesus.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't
not.
know where to find him. I already he came to my door and was not a nice person. So
I'm
I'm
so sorry to
okay.
hear
Thank
that.
you.
Well, we do have to get to my next guest. Maybe eventually on the show there will be somebody who knows how to save people from drug addiction, but it's not me. All I can do is maybe stage an intervention in the future. But for now, we've got to get to, and forgive me, guests, if I'm in the wrong order, but I think the next person is an influencer named Allison Woods. Allison Woods, welcome to the show.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm in my bathing suit still. I was just doing a photo shoot and I have time to change. Sorry, let me just post it and then okay. Hi.
Hi. Oh, that's quite all right. Yeah, you can wear whatever you want to the show. That's something that I've said from the beginning.
I think she's posing now. She's posing.
Thank you. And like I always say, if you want to reach for the goals, if you reach, and then it'll come up. It'll come for you.
I love that
Wow.
saying. I've always said that too. Jesus has always said that.
I don't think that's true, but Allison, I know you are an influencer, but I don't recall what it is that your niche on the apps is. Are you like an Instagram fitness influencer, or what you do?
Instagram model.
Oh.
I just kind of influence. You can find me at Ali Influenza, and I just kind of go places. Like recently, I was just in Jamaica, and I just.
Why was that in air quotes?
Because it.
You never been to Jamaica, Lester?
It's
never
like
been to Jamaica?
I was in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay, again, air quotes.
I love Jamaica.
Do you mean that you staged a place that looked like Jamaica and took photos there? Or do you mean that you actually went there and you just don't know what air quotes are for?
It's option one, but
I mean, you could choose another option. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
I just don't like to like the whole part about influenza is making sure people think you're living like your best life. Like I'm not actually even wearing a bathing suit. This is a shirt.
What?
No way.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, but people don't know that. Like they're kind of dumb. Like they don't know. Like I'm literally posting pictures in my backyard and I'm like, hi Jamaica, and then you put like a fun quote saying like life is never easy, but if you want it to struggle, then do it hard, and then everyone's like, you're so inspiring.
I've been to Jamaica a few times and I've put in like one of those like little steel drums next to me to prove that I was in Jamaica. What did you put for yours?
Well,
I'm curious to the trade.
I just did it on a white wall. I just had a white wall behind me so people could think, is that the hotel room? Is that the wall of the building? Is that the pool? And she's standing on the wall, but the pool's in front of her. So I just did a basic
white wall. The basic white wall, yeah.
A basic white wall.
Basic white wall.
Wow. Well, so people see you in front of a basic white wall and you tell them it's Jamaica and they believe it because air quotes, they're kind of dumb.
Well, they're all robots. They are a lot of robots.
All your followers are robots?
Know.
I knew it.
They don't even they don't have like a brain. Yeah.
Abby, you knew it?
I knew they were all robots. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? My following is robots.
Yeah, and I've been trying to track them down for a while now, but I'm glad that you said that because I was starting to think.
Yeah.
Abby, do you ever scroll through your following, Abby, and see dragons in your following list on your social media?
I would like to know that also.
Yeah.
I want to know if you've ever done a makeup tutorial for that gorgeous blue that you have going on, because I would totally. I'm sure if you wanted me to like post a link to the color, I'm sure I could get lots of sales for you. So just let me know.
Oh, I would love to do a makeup tutorial. I can't like look at myself in the mirror anymore, but I would still love if I can do it successfully without like seeing myself, I think I would love to that opportunity.
Okay. Well, it would be my opportunity. I would post it on my wall.
Uh,
on my.
You would
so
own
would
that
it be my
content.
face?
I would own the content.
You would own that content. Of
Yes.
course.
Oh.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh,
Of
that's
course.
okay.
Yeah. I'm a businesswoman.
But my face would be owned by you, and it would be out there for people to see.
Yeah. I
Like
don't know
friends?
how. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like contracts involved or something, but yeah, I think we're on the right track. I love it when my guests make connections. I think that's exciting. I am concerned that one of you is taking advantage of the other, but I really can't tell who.
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
mean,
It's probably Jesus.
It probably is.
this
It
sounds like a
probably is.
lucrative friendship opportunity to me, and I don't talk to anyone here, so I would love for people to know who I am and reach out.
That's
So
true.
I think this is a great deal.
What's your Instagram handle?
I don't handle Instagram.
Okay. So
But
never
I-
mind.
Uh,
I only form the way I connect with people is through Instagram. So I don't do old school. What's your telephone number? That doesn't. It's you if you're not sliding into my DMs. You know, that's how I knew about the show. Lester Pipps slid into my DMs.
Yeah, I did.
Remember what you said?
I said, is that Bermuda?
Yeah, you were like cutie and Bermuda.
Yeah, I said cutie and Bermuda. It was a time late at night when me and Claire and Tamara were swiping around on Instagram, just looking for. Look, sometimes we used to look for a fourth. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
On the same phone?
Yeah, we all have one phone. Yeah.
How's that work?
Because Tamara's a phone charging kiosk attendant, but she doesn't own a phone. She just charges them. And Claire is from Australia, so she doesn't have a phone. So we just have mine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. And you responded. Remind me what you responded. Let's reenact that conversation.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay, great. I will too.
You
I
said
love theater.
cutie and Bermuda, and I
Mhm.
said, "Tell me more."
And I said, I think I left my tofuti cuties in Bermuda.
And I was like, if you want to chase your dreams, then go for it too, for you can never know where you cannot go without it.
And I said, do you want to help?
And then what did I say? I said, bet.
You as a bit?
Bet. Like what the cool Gen Z kids say? Bet.
Oh, yeah.
Bet.
Bet.
Right. Which
Bet.
I took to mean that you wanted me to gamble on whether or not you would do it. So I did say $300.
That's right. And then I was like, I'll take it. That was a fun combo.
It was, yeah. And I'm glad that later when I said, do you want to be on the show? You said yes and not, where's my $300?
Oh, well, I figured I'd be getting compensation. We can talk about it after if this is awkward, because if they're not getting compensation.
I got charged to be on this show.
Jesus and Snap will pay me.
Right.
You got charged to be on the show? I got to have a conversation with my publicist. No, as far as I know, we don't pay guests. We wish we could.
only do
Yeah, you charge them.
promote my lifestyle.
I see. Well, I hope this has helped. You know what? It's actually crazy that we talked about money because my next guest is my accountant. Would you mind if we jump right to him?
Oh my gosh, I love accountants.
Okay, great. My next guest is my accountant, Horgza at Baylock. Horgza, welcome to the show.
Lester, thank you for finally taking my call. I've been trying to reach you for a week. Winding down this corporation is going to be a lot messier than we expected.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I have some questions about the revenue model first, then we can get to the... Your publicist sent a whole G drive. It's 4 terabytes full of files.
Whoa.
I've
Yeah,
been printing them off. They're
Just
all in a
5?
folder marked wife pics, so it's been kind of a blind man's bluff trying to find the right stuff, but I think I found it. But first, the revenue model. So did I hear you say it's free to watch the show and be on the show?
Yeah, apparently my
Okay.
publicist charged Abby. Or was that you, Horgza? Did you charge Abby Candace?
I would never charge someone who's not my client under a contract.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess apparently somehow Abby ended up paying to be on the show, but
Long
normally
sip
it is
on that
Well,
wine.
yeah, hold on,
Long
it's my
sip.
5th bottle of the day. All right.
Oh God, Horgs, are you okay?
Well, when you're a stream-only accountant, it's a problem. Now,
I guess
someone like
that makes sense,
Ninja
yeah.
has a ton of subs. Now, you haven't made any money. Is that because you're not getting any subs?
Well, technically, I'm on a channel that has subscribers, but I don't get any money for that. The back
So-
theater maybe makes money off their subscribers, but I don't.
Lester, are you saying you went on a platform intended to give following and money directly to creators and you managed to find a middleman?
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's
Jesus
what happened.
Christ. Well, since
But I mean,
they're
we
getting the
love the back
revenue,
theater.
are they
Yeah.
at least paying for your equipment and internet to run the show?
Oh, absolutely not. At no point did they ever offer to do anything like
So they're providing nothing and taking everything?
that. Yeah, that seems to be the arrangement.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, let me get to some of these invoices here.
Okay.
Now, this is you spent $209 at Costco on prescription sunglasses. But you're wearing gas station sunglasses? Where did these go?
Yeah, those were actually for Claire. She said she
Jesus.
could only fly the plane
You're,
with the prescription sunglasses.
you spent corporate money on your wife's sunglasses, Lester?
Well, yeah, because she had to fly the plane back from Australia.
Of course. So, yeah. Oh, the plane. Yes, I wanted to get to that. Okay. I have a gas bill here. $74,000
Yeah.
in aviation fuel for the past 3 weeks alone. Are you telling me that your wife's going back and forth to Australia on the company plane?
Actually, I don't know how that's happened because Claire, Tamara, and I have been locked in the bunker for months. We haven't been able to get out, as far as I know.
And
unless
who's
she's
on the
sneaking out at
plane,
night.
Lester?
There's a
I
company
don't
plane.
Does Claire have access to your company plane?
I mean, it is technically so. Okay, Claire owned the plane.
Lester,
before we got
these are
married.
all questions that the IRS and the government lawyers will be asking you, so I would get used to answering them smoothly now.
Horga, I have a
Okay,
question
yeah.
for
I mean,
you.
this is like
Yes, of
deep lore
course.
that I kind of have to remember. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I'm
I can
always
answer this one free.
my
You're a
cat was
friend.
my cat
Yep.
was my conservator.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And obviously I'm rebuilding my brand with Snapple. What tax incentives do I get by making a Snapple church?
Oh, I actually wanted to ask you about that because one of my last-ditch efforts to salvage all this was if we could make you the pastor and we claim retroactively that every Thursday the Church of Apocalypse has been holding services and we have you on tape doing a ritual that actually checks most of the boxes necessary to register as a church. We just have to form a 501c3 and form a board, but a board just needs a president, a treasurer, and a secretary. Now, that could be Lester and both his wives. They actually don't care when it comes to a church thing. And then we at least wouldn't pay taxes on the bunker via the parsonage allowance.
Well, I do have 3 wives now. I hope that makes it okay.
Yeah,
That's separate from the tax standing of the church. Now,
Okay.
Jason,
water. I'm okay.
if you wanted to form your own church, you could do it's the same process. You register a 501c3 in California, and you go for tax exempt status. What?
And I need 3 wives in order to do all this.
You don't need 3 wives.
I can go
you
get
need
them.
3 board members, and you can be one. So you need
We
maybe
have,
2
we have
wives.
3
And
right
they have to be
here.
wives. They
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
be wives.
No, they don't have to be wives, but if they. This is a special type of corporation where they can be wives and there's no malfeasance.
Do you prefer wives with your paperwork? Is that what you're saying?
The paperwork is spousally agnostic. That's what the term we use in the business.
What about dependents? Like I'm dependent.
Let me get that paperwork out. Sorry, it's a little
Okay.
smaller type.
Got that second.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that second pair of glasses. Jason, good job hosting. Wow, Horsa, this is incredible. I appreciate you helping out my guests like this.
Of course, it's no problem. Any friend of Lester's is more likely to stay out of jail than Lester, so I'd rather build a new client base.
I've only been to jail 1 time from vehicular manslaughter.
Whoa!
That's ancient canon. That's ancient canon. We
Lester,
addressed that on that episode.
I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like some of this maybe shouldn't be online.
There are some things I said in episode like 20 to 30 that I remember and regret. That's one of them.
I'm sure.
Wait,
Now, the question was about dependents.
Yeah. What?
Well, Lester
Does
has
Lester have
technically-
any dependents? I'm just curious.
No, Lester is a dependent of one of his wives, and the other one claims her, so it's a stacked dependency.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we're all
Um,
dependent on Claire because she is the one with the airplane.
Right. Well, I guess so.
Hark,
Sorry,
so
Allison, you were gonna say?
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, I think I could use your help just like later. Like we don't need to do this now, but I really do. I have to get a job. I have a
I'm
I have a
sorry.
job as a barista.
Uh-huh.
On top of being alley influenza, but I just don't know what to do when I get a paycheck. So,
Well, opt
but
for
we have
cash
time
if you
to-
can, but I would say, the paycheck, they should be doing some withholding at worst. Ask your manager about your W-2. They'll probably take you to HR. But here's something you can do because you have this influencer side business. Now, if you mark off and set up a portion of your home as an office space that you can reasonably claim you only use for your alley. Sorry, what was the name again?
alley influenza.
Oh, yes. So if you have a sort of alley influenza quadrant of your bedroom, you can actually claim that as a deduction. You'd have to itemize, which at your wealth level is probably not useful. But if you do make just enough from the influencing, it may be worth it to itemize and bring your tax liability down. Yeah.
I don't understand it, so I'll read.
It's okay. Email me later.
I have a
It's
question.
very easy. Horgza at Bailach.com. I have my own website. Sorry, there's another question.
Excellent.
Use your full name with your own website.
Yes.
Could you crunch? Are you like a number crunch? You're a number cruncher.
1/3.
You crunch numbers.
Thank you, Seniors Improv, and I know that Seniors does this. What were you saying, Abby? I like Captain Crunch.
You
Yes.
crunch.
If you like, and you like to crunch numbers.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Is there a way you could crunch numbers to convince the company that I got fired from to hire me back? Can you convince them that they need me if you crunched enough numbers?
I think a smarter way to go is to claim that you were fired for a reason that's illegal in California. That they discriminated against you for a known medical condition. There is no way, no offense meant, there's no way not to tell you have a serious medical condition. It is clear and obvious to anyone looking at you. So it would have to be a discriminatory firing. And now, best case scenario, don't tell, is you just sue them and they pay you off and you don't have to work.
That sounds great because
Right.
I'm running out of money and I'm putting myself into a lot of debt, especially because I
Either
keep getting
that,
charged
either
to be
that.
on the show.
Or get hit by a bus, sue the Syndicate, and then open an improv theater.
What?
Oh,
And then don't pay anyone and start a Twitch channel. You take all the revenue. It's just get money in your pocket. And then
Wow.
this is a bonus tip. You should be heard to complain that you quote only make a couple $100 a month from the channel in front of people who are making the money for you and not getting any of it back.
This sounds like a
That's a very specific
surefire
tip.
way.
It's a very specific tip. Okay.
Very
specific.
specific.
What kind of bus do you
look,
recommend getting hit by?
Chicago,
Well-
I believe. CTA has the cash.
Okay.
Yes.
This
Sorry.
is my last show, but I do
Am I burning
hope
the bridge
that.
on your final show? Wait, let me get
Well,
my
I'm not
reasonability
gonna
glasses
burn
on
any
here.
bridges today,
Okay.
but I hope that no bridges have been burned because that was just
I hope
all
not.
fun.
Yeah, you
But
don't want to
Horza,
double burn
I do
bridges.
I have a call coming in on the other line. I see
sorry.
you had another pair of glasses, but do you mind if I pick
Yeah.
up this call real quick?
Please go ahead. I got a lot more
Okay.
paperwork to just rifle through.
I'm not sure exactly how this works. Okay, there we go.
This is the show where you're getting a call from the Lester Pipps.
Yeah. Ooh, you know it. That's great. Oh man, Stefan,
So,
the first time I went on the show, you came here and you helped me set up a Hinge profile so I could get dates. And well, now I've got not one, not two, but 3 wives.
oh, believe me, I had to hear about your third wife through the grapevine. I missed my invitation in the mail, apparently, but like your favorite fairy godmother, I've come to bestow a witchy gift.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, of course I would have invited. I didn't know I was going to get married till it happened.
Sure, that's what they all say. I've heard that one before.
No, Jeannie Warfel Australian weddinged me. It was all of a sudden she came on the show, and then next thing I know, we were married.
Well, you know what? I mazel tov to you, my baby.
Thank
I'm
you.
very excited for you. I hope you lose your V card.
Oh,
finally.
Yeah. Some news on that. I lost it a long time ago. I have a child who's 8 years old, so.
Hey, you never know. Immaculate conception.
That's true. Yeah, we could have adopted. We didn't. I made that baby, but we could have.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, how are you though? Before we get to this gift, how are you?
Oh, I'm so good. Things have been really good. Super busy. Guess what?
Yeah.
Lester Pipps, I was just in a Lifetime movie this week.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It comes out sometime next year, so I'll have to let you know when to watch the show.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. I mean, there's so many of my guests come on here and they have crazy business ideas or things that are completely untenable to real life. But you are an actual actress doing actual acting. It's incredible.
I am. God damn it. And tomorrow I'm actually in a film festival that I believe some of the people you've been involved with are going to be there as well. But it's NoHo Cinefest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're showing a movie I was involved in called Judd and Nancy, starring Julie Phillips, which is very exciting. And
Julie Phillips looks so similar to my new wife, Mrs. Lester Pipps.
Very, very similar. The hair, they both use Diva Curl like I do.
Wow, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I am getting out of the bunker today, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it to Los Angeles from Baton Rouge in time for the show, but I'll try.
Please try. If not, I guess I could live stream it for you.
That'd be great.
Right to your glasses, like Google glasses.
Yeah, these glasses actually, nobody's asked me about this before, but on the inside of these glasses are a bunch of screens.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm watching 6 different football games right now, and they're all LSU football players.
Oh, very good. How's your fantasy doing?
Touchdown.
Fantasy's
doing well. Yeah.
Doing well. Good. Mine too. I'm 2-1. That counts.
Oh, yeah. I'm 3-0.
Show off. Hey. Now I'm gonna give you a lump of coal.
Oh no! Did I ruin my gift?
No, never. Well, hey, okay, so obviously incense.
Oh, beautiful.
Really get the party going.
I've always thought that there's not enough fires inside.
Hold, please. I love a good fire, inside fire.
I think if you're a firefighter, you should be bringing incense to every firefight so that there could be fire inside the fire. Ooh,
I agree. Nice. Like, they should almost like sage it after they save the people, just to make sure no bad juju anymore. Yeah. And what I do is I get sage incense so that it's a 2-in-1.
Smart.
Got that. Not too close to the snake plant. And then what my gift is, the gift of children. This is mistletoe. So it's supposed to lead to love, intimacy, mistletoe, fertility, and it will bring love and fertility. So however you guys make babies, adopt babies, fur babies, even if you cook something, that's your food baby. So I hope that your wives create life together.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we haven't really talked about kids yet, considering we haven't talked since we got married, and I don't know when I'm going to see her, but we'll figure it out.
I hope she's not ignoring you.
No, just I only exist during the times of the show.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, are you ready for your card?
Yeah.
Okay, repeat after me.
Okay.
I ask that this reading be true.
I ask that this reading be true.
And bring blessings to all those involved. So we're going to pick a card that is very specific to you and the love you're about to endeavor on. Love and love. Okay, tell me when. Ready?
When?
Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, this is a great one. Page of Gabriel. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. This is about you getting out of your bunker today.
I think it is. That's incredible. Wow.
And you're dating a new partner.
Yeah. So for the listener, what we see on the card is like a man with a fire staff, and he looks kind of like he might be a pharaoh. It's unclear because he's in a desert. And then there's a butterfly lady with big
That's
wings.
Angel.
Oh, Angel. That's what that is. Okay, yeah. I could have sworn she used to be a worm, and now she's a butterfly.
No, and it's a caterpillar, silly.
Oh, right.
Do you want to read the other ones up top?
Oh, sure. It says Page of Gabriel, energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Ooh.
That's all you. Come on.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description of me. I feel like, and that's kind of like an ideal description of a man going into a marriage. You know, you want to be all those things because it takes some bravery, it takes some energy, it takes some
Passion.
and it takes some passion. Yeah, which wasn't on the list, but we could add it.
It was on the list. You're right. It wasn't, but it is down there. Follow.
It's at the bottom. Follow your passion. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I said good luck to you.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming on here and making it about me, but do you need that mistletoe in your life?
Oh my God, yes. I have officially given up on Hinge.
Really? No.
I know, but Lester.
You got married 3 times.
I know. Clearly, you need to be teaching me.
Yeah. Well, here's what you should do, Steph. In my experience, the best way to get married is have a show where the rules are if anybody comes on and says you're married, you are.
It sounds like a lot of work. Also, I've been before. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Well, fair enough.
All right, guys, for those kids at home, just kidding, love rules.
Well, yeah, that's a great thing to say to someone who's just been married. I appreciate that so much.
I'm literally flushed. So sorry. Yeah.
Well, you'll find it against somebody, or you'll find happiness in another, and that's what matters.
That's right. That's right. I got the love of my dog. Chug. He's ignoring me. Just like marriage. Now get off the couch and rub my feet. That's how it works.
Yeah, I wish that was what dogs did. Now I do have another. I'm getting another phone call right now. Do you want to stick around for it?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hey, who's this? Oh, it's Gabby Goodfinger.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Hey, baby.
Don't tell me you got divorced from your dog.
Oh, I would never get divorced from Green Bean. He's one of the biggest joys in my life.
Oh.
Aside from my husband, Garrison, a decent man, and my girls, Courtney and Carolyn. But my voice is a sexy kind of husky because I've just been crying my eyes out all day.
Wow,
Well, I hate goodbyes, even though they start with the letter G.
Yeah.
It's my favorite letter. When I heard I had to come on and say goodbye to my good friend, Mr. Pipps, I got a feeling all kinds of ways.
Oh.
But I'm here to pull myself up by the straps of my comfy denim corduroys and leave you with a sweet and high note. From me to all of the viewers out there. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And, this isn't only a goodbye. It's also a hello. Gabby, Steph, now you've met each other.
Hi, Gabby.
Hello, Steph. Gabby Goodfinger charmed, I'm sure.
I'm very charmed.
I love my girls, and a good pair of jeans that fit just right. And on a day like today, with a little cold, a green tea is really helpful too for the vocal cords.
Very good. Nailed it.
Yeah. Now, Lester,
Yeah.
I was hoping, since we're bidding goodbye to the bunker,
Yeah.
I could share some news of my own.
I would love that.
and
Yeah.
Perhaps a few tips before we all hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, this doesn't have to be goodbye forever, you know. Just because I only exist during the times of the show and the show's ending doesn't mean I'll be dead. I could come
Well,
around.
I sure hope not. Because who wants to be dead, huh?
Nobody. Yeah. Except
Well-
like maybe. No, I can't think of anybody.
Life is a gift, my favorite
Mhm.
word. Now, some news of my own.
Yes.
Since you're leaving your bunker, I would like to tell you that the Goodfingers are going east. We're packing up. We're hitting the road. We're leaving Gaithersville, California, and we're heading to Gaithersburg, Maryland. Settle down, plant our seed, and spread our roots.
Wow, I'm so surprised there's a town in Maryland called Gatorsville. You'd think that'd be more of a Florida thing.
It's called Gaithersburg.
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 Oh, I
Perfect
misheard.
place to settle down, plant my seeds, spread my roots,
And grow.
and grow. Well, funny you should say that, because I would like to announce my 10 tips for saying goodbye.
Ready.
If you'd be so kind to
Oh,
let
thank
me.
you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Number one,
Hmm.
my first tip, to always remember growth.
Growth.
Because sometimes you might feel like you're just a little speck of a seed in the world. Sometimes you feel like you're a big old tall tree spreading your branches out and breaking the walls of your bunker.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's okay to just keep on growing and keep on pushing, no matter how tall or how small. Grow.
Wow. That's great. That's beautiful, Gabby.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was number one. Number two, it's gratitude. Please and thank you go a long way. And it's always important to remember who got you here, who got you out there on the road, out of the bunker, and give a big old thank you to the guy inside and the big guy upstairs.
I do always try to say thank you when there's a guy inside me.
Oh, that's just kind manners. I bet you write a nice handwritten note too.
Yeah, if I can reach, yeah.
Oh wow. Gosh, those big long arms of yours, just spreading them wide like a tree.
Uh-huh.
I do. I like you, Lester.
I like you too, Gabby.
Thank you so much. Tip number 3 is Gordy's Steakhouse. Best burger in town.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good
If
place
you're
for
having
goodbye.
a tough day, if you're looking for a blue plate special between the hours of 4 and 6:30 on Sunday evenings, you can get a burger, an onion ring, and a Pepsi product.
Wow, Pepsi product of your choice. That's amazing. Gabby, you don't work at Gordy's Cafe, do you?
Gordy's Steakhouse.
Gordy's Steakhouse?
And I can neither confirm nor deny the rumor, but all I can say is, boy, do they have a good burger.
Okay, all right. Well, it seems like good advice regardless.
Oh, thank you. It's very, very important, especially if you're making tracks and heading out of the bunker. Make sure to come on down to Gordy's Steakhouse. Grab a bite. Stay a while.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you have to be saying goodbye to Gordy since you're moving over there to Maryland. Gaithersville.
Well, don't remind her, Lester.
Sorry, Gabby. I didn't mean to.
I'm
What mine's
afraid
a top?
so. Now, tip number 4 is very, very important. Almost
Okay.
as important as Gordy's Steakhouse. Tip number 4 is your gallbladder.
Okay.
Gotta get that checked. But you know what's great about the gallbladder, Lester?
Yeah.
Is that it's not a vestigial organ, but you can either keep it or you can leave it. And the choice is yours, because you're still going to be the same you, even if you're rerouting the proteins and the fats and the bile down a slightly different road. Sometimes life takes you in different directions.
What
And
a
sometimes
beautiful
there's going to
metaphor.
be a gallbladder in the way. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's good advice.
You know, my publicist's mom, my publicist Ezra Porter's mom doesn't have a gallbladder, and she's just fine.
Hey,
Now that is a fun fact.
my name is Gabby, and I don't have a gallbladder myself, but
Wait,
that doesn't make me any less of a good finger.
Okay.
It just chokes me up so.
Yeah, you get so emotional when you make jokes.
No, that's not a joke. It really happens.
I'm sorry.
I can't eat calamari to this day. Tell you more later.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm winding down, I promise.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
Tip number 5,
that
I
was
think.
5. I think
Number 6.
That was 4, baby. Keep
that
up.
was 4. Okay, all right, keep going. And there's 10 of these. All right, maybe let's speed them up a little bit, but let's keep going.
Number 6, Giggle Bits, the best game ever. Also, very important to keep on laughing. But Giggle Bits is kind of like Boggle. You take the letters, you shake them all up in a box, you throw them down on the ground, and then you scream. Sometimes you got to get it all out. Giggle Bits.
Pickle bit. Giggle bits.
Giggle Bits. Start with G.
Giggle tits.
No, it's got to start with a G. Giggle Tits is a different game, but I like that one too.
I love giggle tits.
Oh, thank you kindly. Okay, tip number 6. It's very important. Gum. Need I say more? Your friends will always thank you, and so will
That's true,
strangers.
yeah. And for
Always
a good
be
goodbye,
together.
you might get your mouths close together, so you want to have your breath smell good.
You want to give a big old hearty hello when you move to Gaithersburg, Maryland. Gotta have gum.
I've heard that about Gaithersburg, Maryland. You gotta get in close and say hello.
Yeah,
Gotta get up close and personal, since we've all been isolated for so long.
Absolutely.
Now, the next 3, I can go without saying, but you know my favorite things in this world. My girls, my God, my good pair of jeans, because all 3 of those things are never going to let you down.
Yeah.
Whether it's your girls, your girlfriend, my beautiful daughters, Carolyn and Jennifer, my grandbabies, Geffney and Garrett, Garker, my husband Garrison, a decent man, and the big guy upstairs. None of them are ever going to let me down. My last piece of advice
Yeah.
for saying goodbye. Make sure in this world, I ripped my chapeau.
It's gonna be okay, Gabby. You've still got your God grows in jeans.
I do. But most importantly, Lester, I'd like to leave you with a little tidbit
Okay.
in my pocket. Kept it nice and warm for you.
Thank
Always. You. Oh, my hand is stuck.
It's in there.
Make sure in life you always look out for a good egg.
Good egg.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're rare and hard to find. And just so you know, you're never alone, Lester. Oh no, I hope it doesn't break. Make sure you got 2 good eggs. That's all you need in this world.
Good eggs. Sometimes 2 is good. Gabby, let me give you a little piece of advice.
Yeah.
Put one of those eggs in your garden and one of those eggs in the toilet. Because if you pee on an egg, it's good luck. Good luck.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know they always say 2 eggs are better than 1, although these have a lot of fuzz on them from being in my jacket pocket for so long. And they're from
How long have
22nd.
you been in your jacket, Gabby?
Well, the carton was dated August 22nd, which happens to be my birthday. I thought it would be good luck and maybe they'd grow a little root, but they're just starting to smell real warm.
Yeah, I think you've had eggs rotting in your jacket pocket for a month.
Well, I'd like to think that they're mature and take them out on the road. But I will plant them in my garden to leave one little part of me here in Guysville, Steph. So thank you kindly.
Anytime.
Wow. Well, thank you both so much for calling in. It's actually, the show's going on right now, so I do have to get back to it. But I appreciate you calling. I'm so glad you connect.
We're supposed to be taking our call. Love you.
And I didn't meet you, Steph, and Lester. Happy trails on the road.
Happy trails to you, your Gators.
Good luck in Gatorsville. Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Bye. Wow. Okay, that was wild. The other phone call was so long, Muggs. I hope that was okay with you. Where'd everybody else go?
No, that's fine. I'm transferring. You have one spreadsheet that's 85 gigabytes. I'm transferring it from the hard drive to here. It's going to take a while.
Oh, okay. Well,
they were very fun. They were fun. Yeah, no, keep going. I have so much to get through. I'll just be here.
Okay, yeah. If anything's billable, just let me know.
No, it's pornography. All right. I got to find a different file. In a spreadsheet, Lester? Come on.
I'm sorry. That's probably Claire's. Wow. Okay. Well, my next guest, somebody who has been... Look, have I been blaming a lot of my stuff on Claire today?
Yes, but I'm not your therapist. I'm your accountant, so no comment.
That's true. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, my next guest is somebody who's been on the show a bunch, and I'm really excited to see what's been up with him. Pete, the offensive guy, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up, my little biatch? Yo, man, you better get the beeping button ready because this mother Scrooger is gonna tell you the F word.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're allowed to swear on the channel. It's also our last show, so we could take a couple of chances, which Horgza sure did earlier. But you know,
really? Okay, let's not forget that you said that when I go off the rails.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Pete, you've been on the show, and every time you come on, you tell me you're going to be offensive, and then you just seem like a nice guy.
No, man, dude, I've been working on it, man. I've started doing roasts because people kept saying, man, I'll be playing some Fortnite with my boys, and I'd be like, over the mic, I'd be like, hey, you guys suck eggs.
Ooh, are they expired eggs like Gabby Goodfingers?
Yeah, man, the eggs that were inside of my butthole for about 7 days, man. And then you have to eat them like I'm a bird.
You got a cloaca there, Pete?
Yeah, man. But then they told me that wasn't so offensive. So I started doing some roasts, started, watching a little bit of Comedy Central, watching a little bit of, what's that guy's name? Who does all
Jeff
the roasts?
Ross?
Binging with Babish?
Shaq. I started watching a lot of Shaq, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, classic Comedy Central comedian Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, man, he's on a lot of them, actually, man.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Lester doesn't watch a lot of black comedy, so...
Well, hey, now, the only thing that I watch is LSU football, Tigers football, so it is true that I don't watch
Exactly.
Black comedy,
it's not a judgment, he just doesn't.
I have a roast on LSU.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Do I want to hear this, or am I going to get
No, you don't, man. Fair warning, it's going to be some offensive shit, dude.
Okay.
What does LSU stand for?
Oh, Louisiana State University.
Oh.
Wait, no, what's your punchline, though? That's just the truth. What's your punchline?
Oh, okay. Look, ship's up there.
Okay, it's a butt joke. I like it. That's good, Pete. That's a good start, Pete. Yeah, absolutely.
But dude, I've been writing roasts like on reg, man. I took a course at Second City Online. More like second. Yeah, dude. Also, I'm like where you need me to be, dude.
That's great. Because last time we talked, you were teaching. Were you teaching a band class last time I talked? It turned out to be a barnyard.
That sounds right, man.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
now
about right.
you've gotten yourself into these online Second City classes since then.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking testing this shit out, man. This is some raw stuff, man. I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, watching a lot of best of Shaquille O'Neal dunk compilations, and my shit's fire now, man. Like, give me a topic, man. Give me a
Okay, sure,
topic.
yeah. Okay, well, let's get a topic in the chat. Well,
Yeah, man.
Have you ever watched? Just while we're getting the thing, have you ever seen Jamie Foxx roasting Doug Williams? It's one of the best. It's during Doug's set, but Jamie Foxx is on the mic as Doug's conscience. It's
Yeah.
so good.
that sounds
Yeah,
incredible.
man. I can imagine at the end of it, he was like, "You got bugged."
Should have had this guy on more, Lester.
Yeah, man.
I had him on a bunch of times. But this is Florida Man Gamer says geese.
Okay, man. Let me think. Okay, my tag will be. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I got it. What do you get when you cross a goose with my backyard?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. What do you get?
You get me trying to catch the goose, and then my neighbor coming over and saying you're not allowed to get my goose. And it says pets. It belongs to I put it in a cage and I raised it for like a year. Roasted geese are roasted.
I mean, I guess so. I think so. Your neighbor let you raise a goose of his own for a year?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Knocking on my door saying, dude, it's animal control. We're getting complaints.
Do you want another topic for roast? There's some more topics in the
Yeah,
chat.
man. Oh, shit,
Okay.
dude.
Kayla Teal Glockenspiel says comb overs.
Okay, man. How come women on Tinder don't find my photos attractive?
Oh, Pete.
Because it was
why?
before I shaved my head and I used a comb over.
I'm sorry, man.
Roasted. Comb
It's kind of a
comb
simple
over. Comb overs are roasted.
Oh. Well, I hope we don't get any more suggestions that are mean-spirited. Let's move on to another suggestion. Jack says airplane food.
I was just being offensive anyways. That was just an offensive one.
Right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
certainly nothing personal or anything. Yeah.
Airplane food?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to make this one better.
No, hey, you're doing great, Pete. You don't have to make it any better. Just do you.
What do you get when you cross airplane food with my digestive system?
Okay, I like this setup. What do you get?
Diarrhea in B9. Better call over the stewardess because I just ruined this airplane. And everybody thinks it's the baby. But it's not the baby. It's me who's doing poops on a plane. Oh, this place. So, hey, I guess I did join the Mile High Club after all. Roasted. I told you to be offensive.
I mean, wait, so you shot yourself on a plane and then you blamed it on a baby?
Yeah, man. Everybody was looking at that dumb motherfucker, man. They were saying, man, that baby ate a lot of entire bagels, and I said, I don't know why.
Wait,
Whole bagels, man.
there were whole bagels in your stool?
Yeah, dude.
Pete, I don't think your digestive system is working too good.
Tell that to my doctor. Okay.
Perhaps more of your food should be roasted.
Yeah, man. Dude, you're pretty funny, Hoggins.
Thank you. I took Second City classes for 14 years. I spent $75,000.
Whoa,
Never
baby,
made,
man.
Never made main stage.
You must know some offensive jokes, dude.
Yeah, it was in the 80s, so I definitely do. But I can't say I'm not even on this channel.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You want me to
if
go
you want to
there?
get
'Cause I'll
real
go there.
offensive, Pete, here's a bit of evil advice. Watch
Yeah.
any stand-up from between 1980 and 2007.
That's hilarious. That is so offensive, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, you are fucking like Daniel Tosh mixed in with like Hitler or something, man.
Oh, hey,
Those are the comparisons you want, huh, Horgza?
Yeah, exactly like him.
I don't like where that's going.
Well, I don't know about all that. Pete, we do have one more. Roast suggestion here in the chat. Okay, it is dirt bikes from Seniors Improv Comedy.
Okay, dirt bikes. Didn't know we were gonna go there this evening. Oh, brother. Why did they call my GT BMX bike a dirt bike?
I don't know why.
Because I had it on the plane with me next to the baby, and it got covered in diarrhea.
Did you never wash it off, Pete?
No, it's still covered in dirt.
Oh no. Well, Pete, we got to get to my next guest. Will you stick around and talk to him if you want to?
As long as they don't mind me dropping this offensive stuff, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
I think they'll be okay, but hey, we'll find out. My next guest is a woman named Prue Periwinkle, whose camera is currently on. So here she is. Welcome to the show, Prue Periwinkle.
Hi, Lester. How you going? It's been so long.
Yeah, it has. It's good to see you, Prue. Now,
It's good to see you too. I have to be honest, I haven't been watching, so I don't know what's been going on with you. But it's good to see you.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. What's been going on with you is more interesting to me anyway, you know?
Oh, good. Well, I first have to say congratulations on 3 wives. I can believe it. You're very charismatic. You are. You like a ragamuffin cat with all with your hair. It's very, very, very manly. But for me, I still haven't found love. Here in Australia, we're still in lockdown, so it's been a little hard. But can you see? I've got my nighttime attire ready. I just got my Vegemite pajamas. So this is a special thing for the special man in my life. A little surprise whenever I meet him.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think, Pete, the offensive guy, is waving at you right now.
Oh, hi, Pete. You look like a sphinx. You got lots of skin. I like sphinx.
Thank you. Nobody's ever said that to me before because it's really weird. But thank you.
Oh no, I found one look at you and that's what I thought. Straight out the bat. But they have more teeth. You've lost your teeth. So we have to, work on that. But more room for some action.
Ooh, I think I understand what that means.
You can understand? Very feisty. It's a special skill. But Lester, I've been working on a few things to, buff up my my dating profile, and you know a lot about that. But I've been learning, we talked a little bit about mating rituals, but I've gone and done some dance classes.
Oh, that's exciting!
Really get it on.
What kind of dance is that, Prue?
This one, well, I did a contemporary class. I don't know what that is, but they said just flow and go with the music, and I just thought I'm a cat. I just really embodied the cat and its limberness and just let it flow. So I kind of just, it's really good also with social distancing. I can just serenade men when I get the opportunity to do so. Maybe offensive Pete. Would you like to do that?
The way that you court men is you walk up to them and start going like this? Does that work ever?
I haven't had a go, but it feels really good, and it shows I've got long limbs. I'm really limber.
Very lithe.
Go to a bar and try it, I guess. See what happens.
I'd rather go somewhere like fun, like go for a walk in a park. Walk around the park. It's really nice. That's like my perfect date. So
Yeah.
you and I might not be in simpatico.
I guess not. Yeah. I mean, it's Prue, what is like, do you have like a date in your past that's like the date that you're like, this was the best date I ever went on?
Well, I haven't really gone on one in the flesh yet, but we did, me and Bulldog Tom, we did like exchange posts, which was really nice, and like it was really cool because like I kissed Glad Rap and sent the kiss to him, and he did it as well. So that was really cool.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm very, very into like the visceral and touching, and the perfect date would be kind of maybe going to a cabin in the wilderness, and having like the fire on and going, and then kind of just our buddies intertwining and getting down and dirty.
Sure,
With that dance club, I've learned a lot of special skills.
I may be just an accountant, but I honestly can't tell why you're not getting dates.
Me either. I love that you're doing that.
I can tell why. It's
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
What do you
man.
think it is, Pete?
Because look at what she's doing with her arms. She's talking about doing that to people in the wilderness. That's weird, man.
Yeah, she said specifically you go into a cabin alone and intertwine your bodies.
You don't do that, man. Believe me.
I'm just an accountant. What do I know?
Well, I think he is living up to his title of offensive P, because he just doesn't get people. I think you don't get people. I'm very friendly and energetic, lively and fuzzy, and you're kind of like a sphinx.
You really are stuck on the thing.
Pete is dumbstruck here.
Wow.
People avoid them, but that's okay. You're still a cat, and I love cats, so I won't hold that against you for too long.
Well, Prue, we do have some questions in the chat for you. Paul Heredia wants to know, where is Prue? Is it daytime there?
I'm in Australia. Lester's go in his like bunker, of course, but I'm up in the daylight.
Yeah, I'm no longer in Australia. The bunker I'm in now is back in New Orleans, or outside Baton Rouge, excuse me. But yeah, Australia turns out it's like that. Horxa, are you also? You also seem to be.
Oh, look, he's doing the man down under.
Yes, well, it was cheaper to get office space on New Caledonia. I'm not actually I'm in New Zealand.
Oh, so you parlez-vous français?
Oui, mais oui.
I took some classes. It's the language of love.
She's multilingual. She's limber. She's lithe. She's enthusiastic and excited. I don't understand why Prue is single. Truly.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brother Wags also doesn't understand it, because Brother Wags says Prue reminds me of Carrot Top.
Carrot Top, you get it.
Roasted.
I don't know what that means. You keep saying roasted. I don't do that kind of stuff. What's that mean?
It means you look like a buff guy who like holds up a mirror and says, "This is for when I'm passing gas." You know what I mean?
That's not very nice. But that reminds me of the song, "I come from a land down under, where women glow and men thunder. Can you hear them thunder? You better run, you better take cover." I can sing too. I've got a lot of great qualities. Stop looking so dumbfounded. I'm good.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Prue, and I do hope you find love. I think the key thing for me, and I told this to Steph Martinez on the show earlier, but the best way to find love, in my opinion, is to set up a system of rules where anyone can just tell you that you're married to them, and then get married. That worked for me.
Prue's in Australia, so couldn't she just also marry you, Lester?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Lester's already got 3. I need to be the special one, number 1.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a Caledonia man. You're an accountant. You probably got a lot of things.
It actually would significantly reduce my tax liability.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm up for anything. I'm sure you've got a lot of secrets in you.
I do.
gonna-
Yeah, they're in Lester's hard drive. I can send the company plane over after the show and pick you up if you want.
I'm having on a plane. I would love that.
All right, there we go.
I'm actually an ordained minister too. I could get you married right now, biatch.
You are?
Are you lying? Are you lying?
man.
Did you really
No,
do that?
I swear to God,
put
man.
You have to be
my groom
offensive. I don't
glasses
like
on.
that in my wedding. You have
No,
to
it
pinky promise. Pinky promise not to be offensive, Pete.
I'll pinky promise, but it might not be with my pinky.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're just
Wow.
so crude. That's right. He's walking away. That's good.
Well, Prue, I love that there's a potential love connection being made between you and Horgza, but I do have to get to my next guest. Would you stick around while we talk to him?
Yeah, okay, I can do that. That's so good to see you. And congratulations again, 3 wives. You're greedy. You're greedy.
Well, they just keep weddinging me. So what can I do, you know? But my next guest is somebody who I'm really excited to talk to. Kind of, you know, a celebrity legend in his own right. It's Popeye, everyone. Popeye, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor, Popeye the Sailor, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Wow.
Funny.
Wow, Popeye, this is incredible. I know about you as a sailor man from old TV, but I didn't know that you were around still.
Oh yeah. I was the first superhero ever. I represent everything you know and love about America.
Really?
That's an interesting way to put it. What do you mean by that? What do you what do you think you represent, Popeye?
Oh, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I have internalized racism. I am propaganda for the military-industrial complex. I slut shame women and represent capitalism.
This is for real.
I don't think he's very cute anymore.
It's me. You love me. You love me. You love me, Lester. You love my sandwiches.
Well, you know, actually, I do love Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen spicy chicken strips, of course. And I do believe that they are the thing that most needs to be made to last into the post-apocalyptic universes. But I don't necessarily eat the sandwiches, nor do I associate Popeye's kitchen with you, the Sailor Man. I never made that connection before.
What?
Are you the
blown up. Of course, it's called Popeyes.
That makes so much sense. I never made the connection before. Honestly.
Oh wow! It's like the first thing I thought I'd put my name up there and I survived the 80s.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, because I associate, like, I remember the show, all the things you said in your last little jingle there, absolutely. But also, I think there was a guy who ate a lot of cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah, and I kicked the shit out of him.
His name is Wimpy.
Yeah, and I beat him up every day. I beat the shit out of him because violence is always the answer.
Whoa, baby.
No, I think love is always the answer.
That's
What?
right, honey.
Oh, I don't know why I oughta, Prue, Periwinkle, I oughta.
Oh, you oughta, don't do that. I think, you'd be a lot happier if you put Vegemite on all your Popeye products. People would be much happier. It's very, very nice. It's very tart.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. Actually, Lester, I have a present for you.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I sent you a bunch of our food, new food,
Really?
to your bunker.
Oh my God.
It's,
Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
Is it at the door right now? Should I go grab it?
Yeah. No. Here,
Okay.
I'll show you. It's
Oh, sure. Yeah,
spinach. We got rid of all of the We got rid of all of the.
Jesus Christ, it's like a nightmare, LSD nightmare, man.
Wow, you disappeared, Popeye, and turned into a can of spinach just now.
Yeah, I showed you the spinach. The spinach. We got rid of all the chicken in the world and replaced it with spinach.
That's a good iron source.
Oh God.
I love you. I love you, Prue.
Oh, I don't know if I love you. If you're a little bit scary, but I'm happy that you love me.
Oh,
I'll take it.
That noise sounds incriminating, man.
I mean, Popeye does have like a little bit of a history of misogyny, but like, but I mean, do you feel that Popeye, you both have interest in Peru, and now there's a little bit of a competition. I don't want to set anything up here, but are you both okay?
I don't think there's a competition.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
he was thinking about how much he loves racism and the military-industrial complex and stuff. I feel like he kind of ruled himself out at the top of his bit, sexually.
Oh, okay. I already ruled you out. Okay, great. No, that's good.
I'm not for hate. I take
love. I take offense to that. I've been ruled out since 1929.
How old are you? Too old for me.
I'm 90 years old and I've never felt better.
Well, good on you.
I mean, that's what's cool to do.
Thank you.
Look, a day over timeless. You fucking LSD nightmare of a man.
Oh, why I'll take you down. You, where do you live? I'll find your children. I'll burn them alive.
Well, that's not very nice.
Whoa, that's offensive. This is my dog.
Is that what happened to Sweet Pea?
Are you my lawyer? Can I talk to you?
I'm not a lawyer. Merely an accountant.
No, Hope is my accountant.
And I bill by the quarter hour, which is why I'm on the finale.
Oh, what? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, we'll have to talk about that off air. I have a couple of questions for you in the chat. Jock Doc Podcast wants to know, are you named after whatever happened to your eye?
Oh.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Jock Doc Podcast saw you being offensive and thought he should be offensive to you. Okay, we'll just move on from that. Hakaga Himbo asks the original. What?
No, oh, me? I was born, I was born, and they said I look like a shipwreck, so they named me Popeye.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm glad that was asked and answered. Hokage Himbo asked,
I'm gonna be honest, Popeye,
something to be a Popeye game.
Oh yeah. Classic. I hate. I am. Yep, that's true.
We're gonna say that you hate Italians. Where was that going?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Okay. Yeah, I was.
I could smell it.
I don't mean why do you hate them? I mean, why were you gonna say that?
Oh, he stole my job.
Why you hate
Mario, the protagonist of Donkey Kong.
That's right.
He's actually based on the Italian American landlord of Nintendo America's building.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The guy named Mario.
Okay, last question from the chat here. And this one I hope doesn't set up anything offensive. Season Pro Comedy wants to know, how did you feel about Robin Williams playing you?
I never saw the movie. Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
what do you think about his death?
All right. Well, hey, this has been a great.
What do you think about his untimely, tragic death?
I think it was a good way to go out.
Oh,
good way to go. Good way to go.
Wow.
I didn't think you were going to touch
Wow. Okay.
Love it.
I mean, we got PC offensive and Popeye together. You knew something offensive was going to happen. Wow.
From the 20s.
Okay, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, you're from the 20s. Okay, we gotta get to my next guest, Popeye.
Lester's lost
I guess thanks for
control.
coming, but also I sure have. It's like a combination. Technically, I think I've lost control. Like the physical interface isn't working that well for me, and also that was offensive. But we do have to get to my next guest. I'm very excited about it. My next guest's name is Pester Lips, and well, I don't really know what that means. Here he is. Pester, welcome to the show.
Ooh.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Pester?
So happy to be here. Finally, a man meets the legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it going? Huh?
What do you mean?
By face to face? Is it like looking in a mirror?
Yeah, you look. Yeah, I was gonna say you look kind of familiar to me. Like, yeah, like if your
you might
glasses were
recognize
blue
him
and your
from
jacket was
my-
cooler, I think you'd look.
I think it's the other way around, my friend. That's
Oh,
why
I get
I'm on public TV.
Are you his
Hello.
impersonator? Are you an impersonator?
No, I'm Pester Lips. I do pre-apocalypse tips. I was before Lester, and then he kind of stole my bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You do pre-apocalypse tips?
Ooh.
Pre-apocalypse tips, yeah. Things like
Whoa, well, okay, I mean,
an apple a day.
Yeah.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Those are just tips.
No, an apple a day keeps the apple away. That's what you were gonna say.
No, they're not just tips, Mr. Pete, the offensive guy. They're pre-apocalypse tips. Everyone gets it, right?
I get it.
Yeah, we
So to
like-
make an apocalypse not happen. Is that what you
Do
mean?
another. Do another one of them.
Okay, yeah. Another one of my famous ones is the early bird gets the worm.
Oh,
That's just a
yeah,
tip.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
everyone knows that one.
yeah. It's kind of more like old timey advice.
Hey, it's
Okay.
pre-apocalypse.
No, it's pre-cop. Okay, you guys are shitting on my parade right now. Yeah, it's just like yeah. Okay. Check this one out. Check this one out. Check this one out.
Yeah. What you got?
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like that one. I really like that one. That's a good mantra to have. Everything does happen
Yeah.
for a reason.
You invented
Like,
Okay,
like
cool.
Doug, you coming on and meeting Lester. You can have like your standoff or something. But
I mean, that's not what I planned for. That's not what I planned for at all. I didn't
Too
care
bad.
to, sabotage the show on this last
Oh,
show. I mean, what could I possibly do except ask everyone to follow me on Pester Lips pre-apocalypse tips on the Jack channel, twitch.net / the Jack Theater.
That's
Wow,
a lot of
Yeah.
names.
That is complicated.
No, that's the Jack FM's foray into live theater, right?
Thank you. Okay, we got one fan
get
here, all right?
I
been
get this
around.
guy.
My man's really
I've been
good.
around.
He's switched on.
Thank you, honey.
Oh wow, it evolved to honey. I love this. I
I
love
mean,
this.
if you thought my tips were so basic and not cool, and I would like to hear all of yours apocalypse tips.
Okay, well, what if we did this? How about this, Pastor? We'll have everybody give us a word that they want to tip about or something they want to tip about, and then we'll each give a piece of advice on it. Does that sound good?
Okay, sounds perfect to
My
me.
advice
I'm ready.
glasses.
Rob,
I know. If you've got an each, scratch it. That'd be my advice. Go
That's
for it.
good advice. Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Waiting for
Yeah,
a
go ahead,
word? Is
Pete.
that what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, just like, what do you need advice on? Let's start with you, Pete, since you just asked a question.
What do I need advice on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not being offensive.
And anyone
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat can add stuff too. Yeah. Not
That's
being
good.
offensive.
I like that. That's good. How do I not be so offensive? Because it's getting in the way of my socialization.
Well, okay, that's great. I would say to not be so offensive, you can like hold yourself in up in a bunker for as long as you can possibly survive, and then by the time you get out, like most of your references will be dated anyway, so nobody will know you're being offensive.
Didn't work for Popeye.
Oh shit, you're right.
I haven't
Thank
told
you.
anything.
Thank
He's
you.
still really racist.
I really am.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
learning.
My advice would be, if you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life.
That's not your stuff. You just saying old shit everybody
It's
already knows
mine.
about. No, that's not your stuff.
What are you
I
talking?
know.
Yeah, it's my fucking.
Early
Wow.
Bird
All right,
Gets
you
the
know what?
Worm
Next
was
one.
you? How old are you, man? You wrote Early Bird Gets the Worm in 1804?
You're being offensive.
Oh
Peter.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Peter.
I didn't.
Let love in. Let love in. You should get a cat. A sphinx.
I didn't come on your show.
You need to take care of people, and then you'll be less offensive. Or you can find love.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Maybe,
that's good advice. I guess
maybe
you're getting in on the advice
maybe
giving.
Prue
That's
could
right.
do some love apocalypse tips. Then you guys have a whole brand together.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, the three of us are giving advice to the three of you, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I hesitate to ask, but Popeye, is there anything you need advice on?
Yeah, when your rival restaurant chicken company hates gay people, but you
Bluto
also hate gay people.
Oh God.
I think
That's
you're
just
gonna
a
be
statement.
canceled.
when they steal your brand.
Popeye, that's just a statement.
Popeye.
Well, what do you do about it? What do you do when violence doesn't work anymore?
Okay, well, I'll go first. So if a chicken company steals your brand and your brand is awful, I would say my advice is go underground, live in a bunker until you reform and change your views, and you're not allowed out of the bunker until you become a rational adult capable of living in the modern world.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote this just this year. All right, and I think this advice has helped so many people across the world.
Okay.
Just do it.
That's Nike's slogan, but yeah.
That's good.
So
I like that.
Your advice to Popeye in this scenario is just do it.
So
I like Seniors Improv have some advice, which is we should just let Bluto kick the crap out of Popeye.
I like that the solution to not using violence is more violence. I think I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. All right, and Prue, you disagreed with me, right? So, go ahead, Pete.
I was gonna say I got an offensive piece of advice for this guy, man. Okay, so if you feel like something's being stolen from you, maybe that's because you're experiencing a strong sense of attachment, and oftentimes attachment is the direct connection to our suffering. So perhaps you've been hurt before in your life, and that's what's leading you to hate. Just kidding.
That was very deep, offensive guy, Pete. That was very deep. I'm kind of opening my heart to you. I didn't expect it.
Wow.
You changed my heart, Pete the offensive guy. I'm gonna rewrite my song. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. KFC tastes so bland. You buy up my chicken or you'll get a licking. Love is love between two men.
That's a really beautiful, positive song.
Oh, I think I'm questioning. I'm questioning now.
Oh,
Popeye, please don't try to shove yourself into the LGBTQ spectrum. Come on.
It's my new brand.
All right.
Okay, well, all right. Well, Horgs, any advice from the crew? We've kind of stuck to this bit.
Yeah. And we can go Pastor, Lester, Prue on this one. It's a general question. Where should Prue and I go on our first date after we first actually meet?
Yeah, my advice would be this is this is coming to me right now.
Uh-huh.
I would say, old habits die hard. So
Okay.
Oh.
So somewhere new. No, we should go to a new restaurant. All right, I get it.
Ooh.
I get this guy. I love him.
I know where we should go.
Okay, all right, honey. Hold on. Lester.
Oh, I think Lester froze.
Did Lester freeze on his own show?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Oh my
time.
God.
All right.
Yeah, I
The
just
inmates
did.
are running the asylum. Crew, where should we go on our first date after we first meet?
We should go to a cat cafe in Japan. They're
Oh,
really
I
cool.
love it. I love it.
And they also have virtual reality video games in it, so you like that too.
Okay.
And
I'm way into this. I love this.
I want to try a matcha latte.
Oh, the green tea. I love it.
I'd love to take this time to just take over this channel. As this is
Yeah,
Lester
do it,
Show.
Pastor.
I would love all the
This
followers
is
I
now
could get.
pre-apocalypse tips
This
with
is-
Pastor Lips.
Yeah. Hello.
I could
Uh,
add in other people if we want to add in people. I have
Do
admin
it.
privileges.
Do it. Whoa.
Wow, he's so offensive.
Leave him in for longer than a second, though.
They're ready. Let him in. Let him in. Let him in. Let me take over. Hello and welcome, Won't Chance the Rapper, to the Pester Pipps pre-apocalypse tips.
Hey, what up, Pester? You look different.
Yeah, what up, dude? So happy you could be here. Good. Tell me about you. Tell me about you, your vibe. I just took over this channel. So,
Pester's really
What's
cool. He's got like a
Pester's
vibe.
very cool, very laid back.
I gotta ask a quick question for you. Pester, you get a tan? Were you recently on vacation?
me? Oh, I'm sorry. You might be mistaking me for Lester Pipps, who does
Yes.
apocalypse tips. I'm Pester
Oh.
Lips, who does pre-apocalypse tips.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Lester's
okay.
bunker has gone offline. We're now running the show.
You different. You different. You a different way, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so if you need a question about the pre-apocalypse, I give perfect, original, 100% unique tips.
Oh, for sure, for
Hit,
sure.
hit
Hey,
me.
do you got any wives or husbands?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's their name?
Oh my God, I'm back.
Wester.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck,
Lester.
fuck.
We were just
Oh,
patiently
he's
waiting.
back.
We didn't do a
Sorry about
takeover.
that.
We were just
Oh.
quietly here.
Lester, we just found out Pester is married. He's married.
He has a husband.
Well, that's exciting. That's super exciting. I heard, like, I got back in and I heard that Won't Take the Chance on the Rapture was asking about your husband Pester, and I gotta warn you, Won't Take a Chance on the Rapture has been trying to have sex with everyone who I've ever been married to or in love with, so you might not want to tell him who it is.
Adversary.
Wait, hold on, Lester. Let's be real. Let's be honest. What I do is not just sex, it is a whole new life shaping experience. You feel me?
Oh,
That's nice.
I'm feeling you.
I'd love to hear.
So am I, actually. So am I.
I'd love to hear more about this.
Hey, hey, a coach. I like that.
I'm feeling you too, baby. I'm feeling all of you, honestly.
Okay.
I mean,
Unfortunately, the technical issues interrupted what was very important, which is another guest who was supposed to be on at this time. So Won't Take a Chance on the Rapture. Definitely stick around. Everybody else, stick around if you can. But we do have to get to
honestly,
next.
Honestly, if you need to turn my camera off, that's cool. I got to do some things with some people you may know. So.
Oh, what?
I think he's gonna fuck your wives.
No, what?
Oh,
I mean, they're just in the other room. Oh, where'd he go? Okay. Well.
Yep.
All right.
Keep
Well,
that door
we got to
locked,
get to my
Lester.
next guest. I guess we'll figure out what that's all about in a little bit. But
I
what's
gotta
up,
go
Pete?
protect my wife.
Oh, you have a wife, Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's a huge surprise.
Why?
I'm surprised too.
Why? I'm not deserving of love.
No,
Oh,
you
fuck,
No,
not.
no. We're just surprised you found. Oh, no, he left.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, Pete. I didn't mean to
Peter.
offend you.
Sorry,
God,
Peter.
now we've offended the offensive guy. That's
All right.
sorry, Pete. Well, anyway,
He
my
is
next guest
deserving
is
of that.
he is for sure, absolutely. I'd love to hear more about who his wife is, but the show's ending. I guess I never will. My next guest is a Real Housewives star named Eloise, and well, here she is. Eloise, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Lester. I want to say very congratulations to you for your last show. Very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Very
Yes,
proud of
very
you.
congratulations. Is not a lot of people say very congratulations to me. I really do appreciate it.
Well, you deserve it. You've been putting a lot of hard work into it, okay? And I want to say thank you so much for having me because I don't know if any of you guys know, but I am on the Real Housewives of New York City, and they cut me out of every episode. So it's very nice to be on the screen for once in my life.
You deserve
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you're beautiful. You deserve. They shouldn't have cut you.
Thank you so much. I agree. I think I'm very beautiful myself. Not to toot my own horn, but toot my horn.
Yeah,
In these days, you got to toot your own horn sometimes. That's what I want.
I toot a boat.
Yeah, thank you. That's actually one of my tips. You're reading my stuff. That's one of my tips. You got to toot your own horn.
Oh, you know what? I saw that written down somewhere. That must have been you who wrote it down. That must have been you. Wow. It's a beautiful quote. How did you think of it?
These things just come to me like,
wow.
Sometimes spirits talk through me.
Oh, that's incredible.
But,
like spirits,
tell us about like. I want to hear about your time at your time.
I mean, being on Real Housewives of New York. Sorry to steal what your words were, Pastor, but I felt like you took my show earlier, so I had to take your question now. Eloise, I mean, you were on Real Housewives of New York. That's amazing. I'm so surprised to hear that they cut you out of the show, but tell us about it. What was that like?
Well, because I'm always talking about Joseph Rogan and how much I love Joseph Rogan. And and also sometimes I talk about how much I love Cuomo because I think he's a very handsome man. Okay. Oh. And they don't like hearing about my opinions about those types of things. So they cut me out of the show. But if you look, you can sometimes see me in the background of the dinner parties and whatnot. So you gotta look for me.
Okay. Well, that's
you got gossip in the dinner parties?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dorinda, she throws the best dinner parties. She likes to make things look nice. And so the dinner parties are very fancy, and we go to the in New York City up on the top of the buildings, and we have dinner parties. But they always cut me out because I'm talking about Joseph Rogan, who got COVID, by the way.
I did.
He did, yeah.
He got COVID because he's not vaccinated, and I hope none of you are vaccinated either, because I don't want you guys to all be sheeples.
Oh,
okay.
No, this is a show that takes vaccination very seriously. We don't. There are people who come on here and they try to talk about vaccination being bad, and I gotta say, no. This is a vaccine positive environment.
Wow. Well, I must say then you must not like Joseph Rogan too much, because in my book he's a smart man. Well, he's a smart man.
Well, how is that working out for you? Because it seems like you lost your main option. Look, I don't want to come off as mean here, but it seems like you missed out on your opportunity to be on TV because of Joe Rogan. So maybe it's not working out for you so good.
Huh. I never put two and two together. If I'm being honest with you, I never put two and two together. Wow. And you know what? And now I'm putting that together. But I must say, all in all, Joseph Rogan's a very handsome man, and I do have a crush on him, and I also have a crush on Chet Hanks, because he's just such a cutie.
Wow,
he's
Eloise,
so cute.
It seems like you're listing all the guys who've become unpopular in the mainstream in 2021, 2020.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that they're very handsome, and Chet Hanks has the beautiful blue eyes. That's all I know. He's just a handsome young man, and I know that maybe I'm a cougar. That maybe that makes me a cougar. I don't know. But he's very
be a cougar. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Bruce very.
You let that tiger.
Mm-hmm. I'm a tiger. I'm a tiger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're like a young Betty Boop.
Oh.
I've been unpopular for 90 years. If you want to hook up with me, I've
You know
also
what?
been in the moving pictures.
That is true. That is a good point. That
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean-
good point.
Based on who you've talked about being interested in, Popeye seems like a perfect match for you.
Popeye, but I was also very interested in the offensive guy, but then I found out that he had a wife. So what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
that was shocking news to everyone, but it's good
Yeah.
for him. You know?
You
Good
could
for him.
always try to lure him away from his wife.
I could do that.
I think
With
you
a
would get
maiden
screen
wife.
time for sure if you tried that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've always said, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
No, that
Original
is-
Pester Lips tip.
That is
Oh, that's-
beautiful. That is really good advice, Pesta. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for that.
Love it.
Thank you so much for that advice. I might have to reach out to offensive. What was his name?
Pete,
Pete.
that's the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him because I liked what he had to say. I thought he was very smart.
So
He
that's
said-
a no for Popeye, I guess.
Well, you're not a real human being, it looks like. So I
Wow.
don't know.
Oh, no.
That's
I don't know.
true on the outside and the inside.
Your insides are
Wow.
fake. You don't have any emotions.
Yes, because of the ivermectin.
Wow.
Why didn't you just take spinach?
Oh, why didn't I just take spinach? Oh God! I gotta go. I gotta go find the spinach. I gotta
Oh
go.
gosh,
Thanks for
Popeye.
having
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you for being here. Good luck on finding that spinach and.
I sold it all. I gave it all to you. Oh, all right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Popeye.
Bye,
Bye,
Popeye.
Bye,
Wow.
Popeye.
Wow.
Oh, he
Well,
was cute.
yeah. I mean, yeah, cute
He
is
was
one way to
cute.
put it. He also was extremely outdated.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm getting a notification on my phone from my wives that it's time to talk to them.
Wow.
So, which is how it works in the bunker down here. Sometimes I'll get a notification on my phone that it's time to talk to my wives. So, what I want to do is say thank you to all of you, and then talk to them if that's cool.
Thank you so
Sounds
much
good.
for having me.
Thank you. so
Tune into
much
my
for being here.
channel.
Yeah, thank you, Lester. You hooked me up again with your
Yeah.
accountant.
Yeah, just head to the airport, honey. And Lester, I just want to say thank you, for doing the show and having me as your accountant. It's been wonderful to watch you lose money the past year and a half. But more, it's the friends you've made. I think is the true revenue, and you've had so many people on, and you brought so many new faces to the show. It's just been absolutely wonderful.
Well, thank you for that, Hogs. I do appreciate the part about the new friends, and not so much the part about losing money, because as an accountant, I do feel like it's not only your job to track the losses; it's your job to help advise on how to stop, and you maybe missed the boat on that.
That's true.
Well, stop buying your wife's sunglasses on the company card.
Oh yeah, no, that is good advice.
Cool. I will say, have a good talk with your wives, and I miss your accent. What happened to your Louisiana accent?
What? What are you talking about? I've had a Louisiana accent the whole time. It's not true that
Bye,
from episode
Lester.
1 to now I've gradually.
He has
let it
more of a
go.
bunker accent now. It's
Basically,
shifting over
Brooklyn for
time.
no reason. That's not true.
He's Australianized. He has an
That's
Australian wife.
All right. Well, hey, sincere thank you to all of you for being here and for being on before. If you were, as other people, what? That came out wrong. It's been 2 hours. This is crazy. Why did I do this? Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. What a wild ride. Oh, you're still here. Okay, bye. Whew. Oh boy, that was crazy. Tamara, Claire, hi. Oh, Wise won't take a chance on the rapture with you.
Hey, I was. We're not together or anything. What you talking about?
I've never seen that man in my life.
Never
seen him before. No idea.
No. Lester, you got the wrong idea, man. Come on, man. You know me, Lester. I'm a trustworthy gentleman.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, historically, you've had sex with or tried to have sex with everyone I've ever slept with and been in love with. Claire, Tamara,
Tried.
Yeah, okay, succeeded. All right.
Also, I told you, it was not just sex. It was a beautiful experience of love.
Well,
shown between two people putting their private parts inside their orifices.
You want us to have positive sexual experiences, don't you, Lester?
Of course I do. Of course I do. I love you
You
both
did
so
say
much.
that.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's check in. You know, I don't want to assume
What I
anything. Go ahead, Chance. Sorry.
Sorry, I just that from what I understand, Lester, you can't even hold down an accent, so you can't even hold down your pee-pee. I mean, no offense, buddy. I'm sorry, but like, whatever happened your son like this? Remember that? Remember that when your son like a cage?
What?
Remember that?
I don't remember ever sounding like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Raw fish up and down. Remember that?
No, what you talking about? I don't remember ever sounding like that.
Remember that?
I sound exactly like how I always sounded forever.
Man, okay. Hey, listen, I'm not a hater. I'm about positivity. I'm about positivity, my guy. So you continue on with your thing.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, Tamara Claire, I mean, I hope you're as excited as me to finally get out the bunker today.
I'm so excited. I brought my passport.
I'm not going.
What?
No, I've locked myself in this beautiful closet. I don't need anything else.
Wow. Are you sure, Tamara? Because
I can't go on without you.
I know, Claire. We've become so close over the last few months. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared about there. I haven't been out there in so long, ever since the three of us shacked up.
That's
true.
No.
We'll make it easy on you. We can meet on the outside and we'll take care of you because we love you.
We can still stick together, you know, the three of us, and also Chance is here.
Don't worry about it, Chance. I'll bring you whatever you need, baby.
And your new wife, I heard we now have a new one.
Yeah, when did this happen? Nobody told me.
We need some details, please, Lest.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, last week Jeannie Werfel came on the show. You remember Jeannie Werfel, the woman who sent us not weasel. What's the other animal that looks like a weasel?
Ferret.
No.
It's the one that pops up.
Possum.
Whack-a-mole.
She sent us possum
Oh,
turkey a long time ago, and she's been sending me love letters. Well, I accidentally invited her on the show, and she Australian weddinged me last week.
Oh, no.
Well, we can't argue with that, really, can we? Because
You both did the same, so.
Right. Well, Lester, I mean, what's one more, you know?
I was hoping today that we could renew our vows because I've been watching. I watched all the deleted scenes of The Real Housewives of New York, and I did my own makeover, just like Eloise. And then I wanted to renew our vows, and I wore white, which don't tell anyone, but I'm actually not a virgin. I mean, obviously you guys know that, but
right,
yeah, we've experienced that many times.
We've both penetrated you.
Yeah, multiple times. It's great. You guys are great, but you know, just
Chance, why did you raise your hand at that too?
Nothing. I was just saying I was aware that she was not a virgin, but it's
okay.
I wasn't saying anything in addition to that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, well, yeah, Claire. I mean, I'd love to renew my vows with you.
Do I officiate? How does this work?
I guess.
Should you renew them too? What about? Can Chance renew them? Officiate, sorry.
Yeah, Chance, you've taken so much love from me before in the past. Would you be willing to help me reaffirm my love for the future?
Give us a little map.
I would love that, Lester. I would. Nothing would make me happier than to take your wife hands, put them into yours.
Oh, thank you. I was afraid that was the end of the sentence.
Your vows, and then we could all have fun. You know what I'm saying? We could all have fun on the honeymoon. You feel me?
Claire, are you okay?
I just got a little bit excited and my nose started bleeding, but I think we're good. We're good. We'll just keep going.
Honey.
We'll just keep going.
Claire.
We'll just keep going. It's fine.
Oh gosh.
I'm good.
You're using the tampon tree?
Oh
leaves?
yeah. Well, if you remember, at the start of the apocalypse, I grew a toilet paper tree.
Yes.
It's very. You know what? Actually, I'm going to use that as my bunch of flowers. This is the toilet paper tree. But from there, we expanded into nose padding for times like this, because when I get excited, I get nosebleeds.
Claire,
Sorry.
you've never looked cuter, honey. You look so cute. I wish I was given a heads up. I'm in my Maldives outfit. I would have worn a wedding dress.
Yeah, the communication inside the bunker has been lacking recently. I just keep getting notifications when you guys want to talk to me, and Tamara, you've holed yourself up in a closet.
Well, I mean, we could go to the Maldives for the honeymoon because I've got my passport now.
Great.
I'll
Okay.
leave the bunker if we can go to the Maldives.
Great. Yeah, we just have to.
Better and better.
Yeah, we'll just have to pick up Jeannie on the way.
Absolutely.
Chance, are you
All right.
coming or not? I mean, it's up to you, Lester, really.
Well, I mean, Chance, you and I have had our differences in the past, but I guess, I mean, we have been trying to get Idris Elba to join the marriage, but maybe we should have shot our shot higher and gone for won't take a chance on the rapture.
He didn't talk to you?
What?
Idris, he didn't talk to you?
Well, he came on the show a couple weeks ago, but not since then.
Oh, because he told me he was gonna talk to you. But we were both, our mouths were both full, so.
Oh, you hooked up with Idris Elba?
What?
You hooked up with Idris Elba, Chance?
I don't understand. What I don't understand, Lester, and what kind of gets me upset a little bit is this terminology that you like to use. Have sex with, hooked up with. This is love, baby. This is a beautiful emotional experience between two humans who shove their genitals very hard into each other's orifices. Like, you don't understand that. Like, I don't know that's why you don't do so well. No offense.
Frankly, Chance, I think I do great. I mean, I'm married to these two beautiful women and Jeannie Warfel. I'm doing okay. But I hear you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much, Tamara. You are beautiful.
I've got an idea. What about if we bring old Chansey here on our honeymoon? Because he seems to be pretty good at the old hard times. Because I mean, now that there's three of us, it's quite hard to service us all at the same time. So we could set up a couple of little penetration stations, perhaps.
That's okay.
I love that.
But before we can do that, Chance, would you officiate our vows?
Yes, please go ahead.
Like I said, I would love to do nothing more. Are y'all ready?
Aye, Captain.
All right, hold up. First, I think we have to do the song. So can y'all walk down the aisle? He gets married. Then I'm gonna fuck his wife.
What?
What? All right.
No, we're inviting you in. That's okay.
Everybody to this wedding. It is such a beautiful occasion, and I am honored to be here to unite Tamara, Claire Thrills, and Lester in holy ass matrimony.
Wow.
This is so cute. Oh my god.
I'm gonna cry.
Now, from what I understand, the wives and husbands have prepared their own vows.
Well, I was given no time to prepare anything, but I suppose I can improvise.
Can you freestyle? Let me know if you need a beat, girl. I got you.
Well, Claire, since you did prepare for this, why don't you go first, and then I'll go, and then Tamara.
Lester, I solemnly swear to love you forever and beyond. You are the one and only, my numero uno penetration station man, and I cannot wait for you to debunk me in your bunker.
Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful.
Claire, Tamara, I solemnly swear, and to you too, Jeannie Warfel out there, I solemnly swear to be the greatest husband I can be, to provide you with not only the digging, but also the loving, and also whatever else it is that you desire. From me to you, I say, the four of us, perhaps even five of us.
Perhaps even six of us.
Who do you mean?
Who do you mean?
You.
Who do you? Oh, okay.
I'm pregnant. That's what he means.
Claire, you are?
I'm sorry. I spilled the beans. I was like being a little,
I know that they weren't getting it. We're gonna
Oh my
have a
God.
baby.
This is amazing. Well, then I solemnly swear. Can we please name the baby Bubba Gump?
Yeah.
Yes.
And listen, Lester. Could I just say something? If the baby comes out with beautiful ass hair, maybe with a little bit of red on the tip, it ain't a thing. Don't worry about it, my guy.
Oh, well, whether it's mine or not, we can figure out later. But if I have a son or daughter named Bubba Gump Pipps, I will be fulfilled. That's the one thing my ex-wife wouldn't give me alongside, love and attention and support. So I solemnly swear to be the greatest husband/father to anyone involved in our relationship, and to never let bunker living take precedence over my love life again.
Oh, beautiful, Lester. Oh my God.
Not quite as good as Claire's, but hey, you know what, Lester? You gave it your best, and honestly, what else can you ask for?
Well, in my defense, I was interrupted with shocking news.
Good point.
I may be a father.
You may be. You may be a stepfather. Yes, you may be.
Oh, no. Okay.
Claire, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't help you raise that little boy. I'm coming out of the closet.
Oh,
yes.
Tamara, you're going to be a wonderful second mum. We're going to be the happiest family that ever familyed.
Thank you. Gosh, this is.
And Tamara, if you want, I don't know if you were being literal or figurative with your last statement, but down here in the bunker, along with making some fire ass tunes, I'm a little bit of a scientist, and I have created a way for two women to make love and to make a baby out of it.
If you like really?
If you like that option, it's just out there for you. It's all good. I know Lester has his shortcomings, and all I'm saying.
Isn't that you use bone marrow? That's real stuff. You came up with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a scientist. I cook up in the lab in many different ways, if you don't understand.
Oh my
the
God.
Lab and the baby batter lab.
Yeah.
There's quite a few ways.
I'm not going to give you any of my little run eggs, okay?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't make it clear. With this process, you just have sex with another woman and y'all have a baby together.
Oh my God.
If you want, it's on you. I'm not making
do that.
Wow.
Your decision. It's your decision what y'all want to do. I'm up for consent. You feel?
Oh, mate.
Are we still renewing our vows?
Yeah, your vows.
All right. I solemnly swear that I will get out of this closet and start being more attentive to you both. I didn't know we were renewing our vows today. I didn't know that you were having a baby. I didn't know you had a third wife. I've been so preoccupied with my own thoughts. I forgot about my family. And I swear to never do that again. I love you guys so much.
Love you too.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So beautiful.
That was beautiful, Tamara.
That was absolutely beautiful and much better than Lester. No offense, Lester. No offense.
None taken. I have to agree.
It was from the heart. And you know what? Lester, you and Claire are the best things that ever happened to me.
You know what, Tamara? You were breaking up and it was still beautiful what you just said. So it doesn't even matter.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. I heard it loud and clear. So that's great. Chance, I don't know. I mean, I know you're officiating this, but you don't want to make any vows to us, do you?
Yeah, I would love to. You know what? I vow to be an honest, considerate human being. I mean, to continue to be an honest and considerate human being. Before I have ever slept with any of Lester's wives or former husbands or girlfriends or partners, I have always considered him and then decided against not having sex with those individuals and to very much so do that because I realized that they would be better off having love-making time with me. And I was honest, and I always told you. You
did always tell me. Yeah, you would come on the show and tell me every time, which I guess is in a way is being a good, honest person, but also it was very hurtful.
Yeah, and I apologize. If we have time, I just want to say I do have a song about some of those individuals, but it also has a dual meaning. The song that I have, it's also about the Michigan water crisis, because yeah, it's some they still have some bad water up in some of them parts, and I'll let you know because you used to talk like a huh, but you don't anymore. Remember that?
No, I sure do. I've been talking like this the whole time. At no point did I ever stop.
Oh,
now,
you right. My bad.
No, certainly never. This accent faded away. Well, yeah, I'd love to hear that song. But I'd like
whenever.
No, yeah, I'd like to end on it because Tamara, you said you've been in your closet with your own thoughts. Is something the matter?
I'm just a scared little girl inside, Lester. That's all.
Okay.
I just need to buck up, I think.
Okay, well, great. Well, now that we're all bucking up together, I think we're in good shape. And I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so I feel ready to do a song. Unless there's something that either of you two want to talk about.
I just love yous both, and I'm real excited for our honeymoon in the Maldives and for us to all be parents.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Bubblegum Pipps, a dream come true.
Oh, Bubblegum Pipps.
I would also just say that I hope that the Maldives don't finally get flooded because that shit's been happening for a while, you know?
Oh, yeah? The Maldives is flooded?
Well, yeah, they've been getting, there's a water crisis, not just in Michigan, but all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's hear about it.
Y'all want to hear about the water crisis?
I mean, I'd love to hear your song, Chance. Yeah, your songs are always fantastic.
Can you hear this?
Yep.
I'm playing the beat through my phone currently.
It works. Yeah.
You can check this out on SoundCloud. It'll be out there very soon. Yeah. So this song is about the Michigan water crisis, but it is also about other water crises. Sometimes it's a crisis in my pants. Squirt. I'ma make you squirt. I'ma make you squirt. I'ma make you squirt till we soak through all my shirts. Yeah, baby, squirt. Oh shit! Something froze.
Oh,
it's like annoying when that shit happens. It's like, don't do that. Don't freeze.
Yeah. Believe me, I know all about it. I tried to play some pre-taped interviews today, and they certainly did freeze a little bit, lag a little bit.
That was like an interlude. We're back.
Yeah, yes. We're back. I'm just gonna make sure that this don't. Yeah. Again, this is about a water crisis of all sorts. Squirt, squirt. Yeah, I'ma make you squirt. Yeah, I'ma make you squirt till we soak through all my shirts. Yeah, baby, squirt, 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 squirt. I'ma make you squirt. I'ma make you squirt. Squirt, 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 squirt. Yeah, once I get you going, girl, you won't ever stop. Yeah, you gonna scream so loud that your squirt might call the cops. Yeah, I'ma keep that liquid flowing. Yeah, you gonna squirt so much. Yeah, we'll have to call the cleaning stuff called personal touch. Yeah, I won't complete until I see many screams. I won't stop munching your box until we need water socks. Yeah, I'll keep smashing the clam until we gotta call Uncle Sam. Yeah, I must keep loving you loudest until there's no one who knows it's your girl. Squirt, squirt. Yeah, I'ma make you squirt. I'ma make you squirt till we soak through all my shirts. Yeah, baby, squirt, 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 squirt. Yeah, go squirt, 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 squirt. You go squirt, 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 squirt. I'ma keep that pussy dripping all over the floor. Your friends walking, they be slipping. Do you squirt some more? Yeah, it ain't grapefruit flavored or carbonated, but girl, all of your liquids got me invigorated.
Wow. Damn, I won't take a chance on the rapture. I mean, I gotta say, most of that song was just the word squirt, and then none of it was about the water crisis, but I did love it.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to make me so horny, but it did.
That's okay. However it makes you feel is genuine and real to you. You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
Definitely made me want to have a squirt, you know?
Yeah, and have a squirt if you'd like, or if you wouldn't, that's fine. But what it really is supposed to be about is I want everybody to realize how many water crises are currently going on and what we can do to help that, to make that squirt. You said that it ain't about that, but realistically, you're wrong, because honestly, it said, "Girl, I'm gonna make you squirt," but how do we know the girl ain't the world? You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
Wow, yeah.
Oh, that is deep.
I got a question for you. Does diet squirt count?
Bro, any kind of squirt.
Good question.
I'm talking diet. I'm talking light with an E on the end. It's all good.
Wow.
Just by the way, so we don't get in trouble, this is root beer.
Okay, thank you for that. Wow. Well, Chance, I mean, that was a beautiful song. People define beautiful music in a lot of different ways, but that was absolutely a beautiful song. I think I'm getting a call on another line right now. But before I take it, I just want to say to Claire and Tamara, thank you for marrying me, Australian weddinging me. I mean, gosh, the show wouldn't be the same without it, and my life wouldn't be the same without it. And I love you both, and I'm happy we did this.
Love you too, Lester. I'll do anything for you. I'll walk to the ends of the earth with you. I don't know what I was thinking, staying in the closet.
I'm glad
Love you, Lester and Tamara. Love you with all of my heart.
And Chance, I mean, we were at odds for some times on this show, but it's been an honor having you on the program so many times. And honestly, even though you did steal my ex-wife and try to have sex with everyone I've ever had sexual relations with, I consider you a friend.
Hey, I consider you a friend too. And if you are wondering why I am currently putting on a mask, it's because I'm about to go meet up with a couple people you may know, and some of them people have recently been in crowds, and I can't take any chances. You feel me?
Oh, who are you meeting up with?
I think you know.
Lester, honey, don't pay him no mind.
Okay, I won't get flustered by it. But are you meeting up with my ex-wife, Charlene Davis?
I mean,
whose name I definitely remembered.
I mean, yeah.
How's she doing? She declined to come on the show. How's she doing?
I mean, she's doing really good. Honestly, she was the one that gave me the inspiration mostly for Squirt.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay, well.
But she wasn't the only one, I promise you. It wasn't just Charlene.
Okay, well that's something. All right, y'all. I gotta get to this call on the other line. Thank you again so much for being part of the show, and dare I say, let's have a great honeymoon together.
I'm so excited.
To the Maldives.
Let's get our squirt on.
Yeah, squirt time.
Squirt. I don't know what to do. And I'm just gonna say hello and then say, "Oh, it's you guys."
Mm-hmm.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll allow it.
Okay, my call dropped. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to answer it again. Um, this sucks. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know some folks are still watching. I appreciate that. But the call did drop. So let's see how I can make it happen. Yeah, I guess like I can see the chat. So if you want to like, while I'm trying to sort out these issues, if you're still here and you want to chat, we can chat. Um, Jock Talk Podcast says people listening on the podcast version are gonna love that part. I mean, I might get to editing it. We'll see, but Wizworld says you can email it to me. I can re-encode it real quick and try to slim it down. Oh, that's actually a great idea. I don't need to email it to you to do that, but I probably should just do it. I do have the capacity to do such a thing, but I just didn't have the time pre-show. But you know what? We're gonna find out if this is gonna work or not. And I really want everyone who's watching still to see this bit. It is so funny. And when I say bit, I of course mean real interview with real people. But it's really great. So we're gonna make it work, and it's worth your patience, I swear. It is worth your patience, and I guess I have to keep talking to not be boring. So I'm gonna do that.
And then say, "Oh, it's you guys." That work? Okay, yeah.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, Jock Dodge says better to do it before the show than after.
Oh, it's you guys, Teddy and Eddie Books.
I wonder if you can hear the editing happening right now. I didn't look. I feel bad about the situation with the yeah, you can for sure hear it. Yeah, I fixed that. I feel bad about the situation where I didn't edit ahead of time, but you know what? Life is tricky, and I only exist during the show, so it's extra tricky for me. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Great. Hello? Oh, it's you guys, Teddy and Eddie Booksworth. Well,
Hey.
Oh, hello there. Yes.
What? Well, what's up,
Lester.
guys? I haven't seen you since you was doing that zoo inside your houses, but it looks like you're in different places today.
Oh yeah, I mean our zoo situation, as always, it's kind of evolved. I like to think of our Zoom sort of like games as a service, like Fortnite or something, where it's just constantly evolving and changing to its environment and as a response to its audience.
Oh, sure. What?
Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is we started out as a zoo that was full of mostly either sleeping animals or really excited animals.
Underground in a bunker.
Right. Yeah, I remember that, of course.
That progressively evolved into a zoo that was more of an aquarium, SeaWorld type zoo, but with more fun animals like tigers and elephants and horses and goats and stuff.
Yeah, classic aquarium animals.
The exciting animals that you'd think of for that.
Absolutely.
Now our zoo has continued to evolve. That is why we are in different locations than last time.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
I mean, kind of. Yeah, now I know why you're in different locations, because your zoo evolved. It's kind of like, okay, so at first your zoo was like a Squirtle, right? Like it was contained, it was small, it wasn't aggressive. Then it became a war turtle, it got cool. And now it's a Blastoise, it's just blasting off every which way.
Thank you for the metaphor, because I did not think that your viewers, listeners would understand this. But now I feel like we've really broken through. And so just to explain a little bit, we've gotten bored with traditional animals.
Oh,
that's where we're at now.
Yeah. So after the whole aquarium situation, right, that eventually sort of dried up, so to speak, both literally and figuratively.
Oh, did it really?
In that we lost a lot of the water. I don't know how water works, but it was there, and then gradually it was not there.
Was there a big hole in the aquarium?
Ooh,
yeah.
I mean, how do you define an aquarium that is like acres large and it's all full of water? How can that have a hole,
I guess, maybe all the water just kind of like melted off into the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say for a little bit, we had a desert theme going. We tried to pivot, kind of like we did to get the aquarium theme.
Yeah.
We tried to pivot to a Saharan desert theme, but the animals did not. So it turns out even in the desert, there is water somewhere. And we
Yeah,
didn't
that's
have
true.
that. for
Oh no.
ours.
Yeah, no. Animals that aren't like camels, they gotta have water all the time.
And that is something that we had learned, that these goats, horses, tigers, they're not necessarily equipped for just long stretches of extreme heat.
And even the
lack
one
of-
camel didn't last.
There was a
Oh,
camel and it didn't last.
Well,
It was
and
a long time.
he was mean too, so I was sort of
Yeah.
okay with that. I wasn't really upset about that. And honestly, this is the issue: is once the water drained, a lot of the animals sort of went their own way.
Mhm.
Oh.
And
Nature,
especially after
nature.
we tried this desert thing, a lot of them, because of nature and because of science, sort of went their own direction, or were replaced by bones. These sort of things that happen.
When you say replaced by bones, you mean like there was like a tiger there, and then the next day there was a pile of bones? Or do you mean like the tiger's
Ooh.
bones were right there?
It's more like a tiger was there, and then the next day that tiger is still there, and then
Uh-huh.
that goes on for 7 or 8 more days.
Uh-huh.
Then you start to see a little bit of the bone, but still mostly the tiger.
Oh,
This progressively continues on until eventually it's bones laying there. It's
yeah,
been
that
replaced
sounds
by
like
bones.
decomposition to me.
We're just describing zoos at this point, though.
Yes,
I guess
yeah,
so.
I'm sorry. I wanted to be clear with our. I want to advertise our
Yeah, well,
company.
I want to say, but we have moved on, and
Yes.
we are now cryptozoologists.
Well,
Oh,
that's what I was
wow.
going to say is once those animals dispersed, we started hearing bumps in the night, spooky, creepy things, and we started venturing out, and we have sort of a nature reserve. You would call it. It's a plot of land. We have a plot of land.
Mhm.
Yeah, you two got big land. Before you was in a bunker. Now that you're up on top of the ground, there's a lot of it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about that. I work for Raytheon. I'm extremely wealthy.
Right. I think we've talked about that. Yeah.
And so you can see from my background here for
Uh-huh.
our for anyone who can see.
Yeah,
There's
where your
lots of
arm keeps
trees.
disappearing too. Yeah.
There's lots of land. There's all sorts of stuff going on. But we started hearing these.
I hold on, because my job was also really, because I used to shovel fecal matter for horse, and I just don't want us to brush over. We both had great jobs before this, but go ahead.
Oh, you used to shovel fecal matter for horses? Do you mean like horses would hire you to shovel their own poop?
I honestly, management was not that communicative, so it could have been. But
You showed up and you did your job and you got a paycheck.
yeah,
You don't know how those dots are connected necessarily.
Anyway, but Raytheon, blue collar worker, we both dug in. We both got some dirt under our nails, and we've really expanded our operation here.
Yeah, if you gave an equal percentage of your income to the project, then you're equal partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And the amount of life insurance that I've taken out on my brother here and then faked his death a number of times, it's allowed him to pay a similar amount that I've been able to pay.
Wow,
to
that's
support these zoos.
that is a real new piece of information for me. I did not know that you had been doing that. Were you doing that back in the bunker days?
Oh, I've been doing this since we were kids. I
That's
mean,
just
I want to
plain.
say,
Yeah.
like, first time I did it, I was like right after, I want to say, the Atlanta Olympics bombing. What was that, 96?
Oh my God. Did you claim that Teddy was in the Atlanta Olympics bombing?
Well, let's not get too specific about any of it. It's not really because I heard they keep records now. So
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we should probably not get too far into the details.
Yeah, I mean, statutes of limitations and everything. I wouldn't want to get you guys too into trouble. But was the second time roughly 2001? Maybe around September?
Well,
Let-
can we
It was.
say?
I'm trying to think. I remember POD's satellite came out that day. Was that September 11th, 2001?
I don't know what that is.
I think it is. POD's satellite, boom. Here goes the boom. Ready or not. Here comes the boys from the South.
Oh,
Or,
sure. I do know that.
We are the youth of the nations.
We are. Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
That album came out on September 11th, 2001. That's how I associated it,
Wow.
That's how I remember the day. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, wow. So that's the second time. The third time wasn't 2005. roughly November 12th, was it?
Well, anyway, so today
Okay.
we have moved on to sort of studying cryptids. We're cryptozoologists.
Oh, okay. So you're like zoologists for cryptocurrency?
That we are doing quite a bit of crypto mining, or what I think crypto mining is.
As far as I'm aware, we are doing.
We have a large pile out back, and I think that's crypto mining. It's definitely it's huge. It's like 30 feet tall at this point. It's a huge pile.
Oh, wow. Lots of bones. Yeah.
Well, it's
all
dirt,
the
it's
animal
bones, it's garbage, it's all
cryptids.
it's a pile, yeah.
Cryptid bones. Oh, you mean like Bigfoot bones?
Yes.
Not just Bigfoot, but yes.
Whoa.
That is, sorry, I didn't know which part of the cryptozoology you wanted to get into, because we do have the cryptocurrency side and also the cryptid side of things.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into both.
Okay.
And that is what we have been finding. Like these creepy sounds in the night. We kept finding flashes of these creatures. And so I have been taking care of the land here and the cryptids that we have on our land.
Whoa.
And Dr. London is sort of out in the forest right
Dr.
now. And Teddy, my brother Teddy, is out on location in the forest.
With those glasses on, Teddy does look like a doctor. I'll give you that.
Looking for more creatures out in the wild. That he also does a lot of operations on the animals that have been laying there for a few days.
Well, I've been doing a lot of reading on it, and so I want to just preface real quick. So my connection's a little spotty here. So if you see maybe my appearance or my background change a little bit, it's I'm moving a lot to get the better connection and sort of to interact with the environment. So, but right now I'm in this really cool area where I thought I saw something. And yes, I'm just trying to investigate, do a few surgeries on a few cryptids that I find.
Yeah, this is amazing, because cryptids are notoriously hard to find.
Oh, very difficult. I mean, I think
for some people, yeah.
For a lot of these things, you hear about the Loch Ness monster and a Yeti.
Yeah.
And the only people who claim to see it are these like crazy people. It's these
absolute crackpots. Yeah.
And they're not people who are true aficionados like Teddy and I.
Yeah.
And true sort of experts and science geniuses like we are.
Sure.
Whew. Yeah. So I'm just really excited to be sort of, for one thing, in nature. A lot of people don't like camping, but I'm actually a huge fan of camping. It's just nice to be alone out here and to sort of just kind of, I don't know, meditate. I don't know if that's popular where you come from.
What's the status update today, Teddy? You've been out there. I mean, now you've been out there for almost 48 hours on this little venture.
Well, so I'm trying to, I haven't, not a soul in sight, but very excited to see if anything turns up. That it's one of these things where you gotta just kind of wait it out. It's it's Bigfoot, it's the Chupacabra,
Chupacabra.
Yeah, and you gotta just keep feeling it out, keep trying to sense your way through, see what you can find.
Teddy, this is your third excursion out that you have not come back with anything. What happened, man?
No, and progress.
You
progress
used
has been
to
a little
find
slow.
cryptids left and right. You would go out there and find some of the.
There's a what?
Where? It seems like right over your shoulder, other shoulder. I think there's something there. Other shoulder.
You gotta.
I'm not seeing it.
You gotta look behind you.
Yeah, you gotta go.
No, other shoulder.
To the. You gotta. Oh, are you talking about that really tall tree behind him? That is a really tall tree.
I have made a note of the tree, and thank you.
Very tall. Is that a cryptid? Is a tree that's unusually tall possibly a cryptid?
Well, if the tree walks and talks, then I think it would be a cryptid.
But how can you differentiate between a tree that walks and talks and a tree that is not walking and talking just right now?
I guess that's a good point. But it does look like right over your left shoulder there, Teddy. There is like a shape that looks kind of like a human being. And I think honestly, the last location you were there was one too.
I just, so I'm really a person of science, and I have to see it and I have to take note of it.
Scientific method.
If you are just like, maybe it's a connection. I think it's got to be the connection. Like something's on your end is messed up.
Maybe, but it just seems like you're declining to see it. You know, like if you just look over your shoulder, I think you'd see it. You know.
He tried. I saw him try, and
I guess it's
I've
true,
got to
but-
agree with Teddy here.
Okay, well, I mean, you two are the experts, but God, I swear that shadow looks like a woman.
Well, if that's what you
might just
see-
have your mind in the gutter there. I don't
Yeah,
know about that.
That's hardly on us. But Eddie, why don't you tell about how you were making cryptids, right? You found a way to turn our old leftover zoo animals.
A pile of animals' bones.
Yeah, you were saying that all we had to do to make cryptids happen. You're saying that basically I was doing too much work with my method, and it was easier to just, sort of.
I don't know what you were talking about, Teddy. What I said was that we could find and discover cryptids on our own land.
Okay, I guess maybe I misheard. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about, creating our own cryptids. We have
that would be
authentic cryptids that have been found in the wild and put on our land for our visitors to see, Teddy.
Right, because that would be like an Island of Dr. Moreau situation, which, I mean, we all know that. Okay, there's another human being over your shoulder or something. It could be a human, it could be other shoulder. You got.
I think it's a really tall tree. A tree looks like a woman again.
No, this one looks like a man. I didn't get a great time looking at it because
I gotta say,
Teddy got in the way again.
I haven't seen anything, and so here's something about camping that I've been really annoyed by. There are mosquitoes out here.
Yeah,
lots of mosquitoes, and you're freaking out about some fake whatever out here. I'm trying to keep my eye out for a Bigfoot, possibly big feet, and I have not.
Jersey Devil.
Yes, I have not seen any of my favorite, no Loch Ness monsters.
Oh.
0.
Okay, well, you'd probably have to go to Loch Ness for that. But seriously,
I brought a clicker counter to keep track of how many I saw.
What about an abdomen snowman? Have you seen any of those?
Okay, I'm still working it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep looking, I guess.
I guess.
Again, this is your third excursion out in the last few weeks. You haven't found anything lately. You need to invest in binoculars. I keep saying this because you do keep just looking around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's how to do it. I don't know how else to do it.
Agreed. But you can have something. You can have a device that allows you to see more things.
Okay. There is somebody right there. And I don't know if that's a human being or if that's a cryptid of some kind.
It's all dark.
Other side. Teddy, you gotta look over both shoulders.
He's talking about he's talking about a tree. It is really tall.
No, I don't even see a tree. Oh, there's a tree, but not the tree. Okay. I'm talking about.
I'll write down the tree if that's.
Yeah, the tree is very tall. Could be like a Lord of the Rings style ant or some sort of cryptid for sure.
But there's a humanoid shadow right there.
Now, here's something I've been wondering though.
Yeah.
So another thing about camping. So there's the mosquitoes. There's also this. Sometimes you hear on the wind like "kill you," and
you do.
Well, it's camping, yeah. So I'm just wondering, is there a repellent for that? Because I've got like really high percentage DEET for my bug spray.
Sure,
but it hasn't done anything for the kill you on the wind and the screams of death that I hear around me. I'm just wondering, is there anything to be done for these sounds that I'm hearing?
Well, I mean, I guess on just the sounds part of it, you could invest in some earplugs, but on the you being hunted and killed by whatever that shadow is behind you part of it, I think the best solution is probably to get out of the haunted forest.
You know what? I think I see what the problem is. So it's not a bad thing to be afraid of the dark.
No, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Yeah. No, hey, Lester, fine. We've all been little babies and little whiny crybabies before.
Jumping shadows, okay.
Sorry, Lester. Wow over the dark because it's so scary. We've all been there, Lester. So there's nothing to be ashamed of being a little baby bitch.
Okay, well, I mean, sure, yeah. When I was a kid, maybe I was scared of the dark sometimes, and yeah, when it gets too dark in here, I do definitely like huddle up to Tamara and Claire and say, "Oh, it's dark out here. What's gonna happen?" But I'm not scared of the dark right now. I'm seeing like what might be somebody trying to kill Teddy right now in the woods.
And again, it looks like you're seeing a lot of trees. There's a lot of trees going on. And
There are clear human shadows. Humanoid.
How long have you been in that bunker, Lester? Maybe you just haven't seen trees in a while.
Well, I guess that is kind of true.
This is what maybe you've forgotten what true trees look like, which is what's behind my brother here.
We do have our toilet paper plants, which I guess they're not really trees; they're more like ferns. But no, I'm seeing a humanoid shadow next to that tree shadow.
I don't know where
there's so many shapes.
Over your left shoulder.
The trees can be a lot of fun, different shapes. And this is something fun we can talk about because there's Christmas trees, which are more like a triangle.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Palm trees, which are like a big T.
Definitely don't see those.
And those are the tree shapes that there are.
Yeah, those are the two major tree types.
Okay, I mean, there's also like birch and elm or whatever, but what kind of tree is shaped like a human pointing at Teddy?
I'm sorry. Birch and elm, those are for your deck. You want to, whenever you're building your deck, you want to use, a good strong birch.
Okay, well, or a teak if you can afford it.
Does your bunker have a deck?
No, it doesn't. It's underground. So
I feel like you're trying to talk down to me.
What?
Just because I know plants and trees and camping.
Yeah.
People have always said, Teddy, you're so outdoorsy. And this is how, like, usually start of a conversation. Teddy, you're so outdoorsy. Can you give me tips on bug spray? Can you give me tips on Duraflame to start my fires?
This is what you say to yourself in the mirror, or who is asking you this question? I've never heard anyone ask you this question.
Oh, you wouldn't know them. They're
your Canadian girlfriend?
Canadian, that sounds far.
Yeah, you told me your girlfriend was in northern Maine.
Yeah, northern Maine-ish. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And is that who's pointing at you behind you right now? Is that your northern Maine girlfriend?
I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm just kind of meditating, kind of feeling myself a little bit, and I know that it's not a really going with my job here.
That's like another tree shape, cactus.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, look, maybe I'm getting a little hung up on the fact that I think Teddy's being hunted down in the woods.
You seem really obsessed with like the tree shapes behind Teddy here.
Yeah. I haven't done enough to investigate. Eddie, are you Island of Dr. Morrowing right now? Are you making cryptids?
No, I am absolutely not making cryptids. We have found cryptids on our land that we bring people on to look at and hopefully to get a sight at. Do you want me to show you? I can prove this. Do you want me to show you some of the mysterious creatures that have appeared on our land?
Yeah, let's see that. Okay, that is a big bloody axe coming at you right now, Teddy.
Eddie, what were you saying? Because I'm sorry. What?
No, yeah, let's look at Eddie's pictures. But
I think he was talking about different tree types again, like different tree shapes and types of wood. Right? You said there was an oak coming for him or something like that?
I didn't say that. I said axe. But you know what? It's not moving, so I guess you're okay.
Yeah, what a relief.
So here is the first cryptid that we found. We actually
oh wait, no, I see it better now. It's not a bloody axe, it's a bloody tent. What tent are you in front of?
That's a tree.
It's not.
I think it looks like a tree, like an oak tree, maybe like a
I don't think you know what a tree is.
So okay, you're not so far off with this one. I did find this tent when I was looking around for a camping spot, and people are always telling me you're so good at camping. How do you always, find a pre-made tent? And I
always do.
Well, yeah, when I go into these woods,
these woods specifically, okay.
Yeah, you go out, and then fortunately, there's there's some clothes usually ready for me that I don't even mean to put. It's amazing how good I am at camping. So I come over here, and then there's a weird paint job that happened before I got there. But besides that, it's blood. Pretty nice.
You're on the tree behind you,
Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie, even Teddy said it was a tent.
Yeah, no, it's like a triangular. It's like a perfectly triangular shaped tree.
We like to view things.
Got branches coming out of it.
Yeah, we like to view every particle as its pre-particle, I guess. So every 10th, of course, used to be a tree.
I guess that's true. Yeah, if it's made out of paper.
Every cryptid used to be one of our zoo animals. I'm sorry.
No. All creatures that are cryptids existed as cryptids before any involvement with me.
Okay, well,
yes.
I guess let's see what you got then, Eddie.
Okay, I mentioned earlier the Jersey Devil. That's an old ancient cryptid legend that people have known. This is Teddy found while he was scavenging in Denver. This is what we call the Denver Devil. This is the name we've given it. And as you can see here, it has the body of a deer, but the head of like a Lay's potato chip bag.
Yeah, I see that. It looks like maybe somebody stuck a Lay's potato chip bag on a deer.
And this is, one of the just interesting things
Untrained
about
eye.
about about cryptozoology, about this world, is that you are just trying to make sense of what you're seeing. So you see these objects in there, you've seen this animal you've never seen before. So you're like, oh, I guess it's a deer mixed with a Lay's potato chip bag. But it's not. I mean,
you think that though.
You think that, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay, Teddy, there's a hand coming around that tree. Oh, there's hands on all those trees.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you can see the trees, and I'm glad you are finally willing to admit that they are trees behind him.
I have not contested that there are trees at any point. I'm just saying that there's also very scary humanoid things.
I look, and I try to be observant, but I can't write everything down. I already wrote down every single tree you mentioned so far. I'm not going to turn around and write down every hand you think you see on every tree.
Does your pen even have ink in it left, Dr. Linden? You notoriously
Who is
put
this
very
Dr.
little ink in
Linden?
your pen. This Teddy guy, it's the glasses.
It's the glasses, yeah, and the green shirt. It's very familiar. But Teddy, I mean, I just think the things that I'm pointing out are the things that are most important to write down. And maybe that's selfish, but at the same time, I'm looking out for you because there's bloody hands coming around these trees.
No, and it shows like maybe you haven't put your time in to cryptozoology like the rest of us have.
Yes,
I guess that's true.
Maybe showing.
All right. Well, I mean, Eddie, have you made any cryptids? I mean, not made any cryptids. I mean,
these
found
are
any
cryptids that have been found.
Right.
These are ancient, mysterious, possibly supernatural animals. Whoa.
Okay, sorry. I thought I heard the voices again.
I have to
Yeah,
assume
the
these
voices
are all
are coming
people
from you.
eating.
They're all people eating? Yeah, I mean,
I have to assume, right?
Is that why there's humanoid hands right back there? Are they part of the whole thing?
Oh no, I'm not talking about the tree. The tree that you're talking about that might be a Lord of the Rings style ant. We don't know what they eat yet. I'm talking more the Denver Devil over here. I assume it eats the bones of children.
It's a deer you put a plastic bag on.
And that's the show. Like that's why people go to us, is to see that.
So people are coming to the
yes. We have sort of a safari style excursion we go on at night, and everyone get their pictures of the cryptids.
And do they ever leave?
What was I getting
if they can get out, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know how to answer that. I mean, like
it's a real simple yes or no question. Do your guests, after they come to the park, do they leave?
It's not, but see, it's not my job to like figure out if they are like leaving safely or anything like that.
Well, kind of is.
Oh, okay. You go to
they signed the releases, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, when you go to a hotel, does the concierge like walk you out and make sure you get safely home?
No, but you're supposed to check out with them on your way out.
We do the tour, and then we let people go, and then they deal with whatever they got to deal with and go wherever they're supposed to go at the end of the tour.
I'm not going to file their taxes for them either. Like
we start at one end of the camp, right? We go through, they take their pictures. I drop them off on the other side. I book it back home. I'm ready to go to bed at that point. I'm really tired. And then I don't know what they do. That's their own business.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, I'm sure. Well, okay. Look, I don't mean to be too forward with this question here, but
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, are you?
Is there a blossoming?
No.
Teddy's got a girlfriend, so I
right
just wanna,
in northern Maine, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really northern Maine, yeah.
Yes,
super
farthest.
north.
Yeah, farthest north you can go, pretty much Canada. But no, that's not what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask, did you make your own cryptids? And I know you're going to say no to that immediately, but hear me out. Did you make your own cryptids, and do you have to feed them human beings to keep them from eating you?
The Denver Devils appetite? Is that what you're asking about?
I guess that's what I'm asking about. Yeah, what does the Denver Devil eat?
I think it's just more you're asking questions that science is still trying to learn and figure out. Because so many of these animals, they're new discoveries, or they're, like the Sasquatch, we don't exactly know his diet. So yeah, of course,
beef jerky.
We
oh my God! Okay, Teddy, you're clearly being haunted right now.
Excuse me, I was speaking. Excuse me, sir. Now,
Eddie, I was listening.
Yeah, sorry.
Eddie, do you not see the skeleton head right behind Teddy right now?
Yeah, there's the tree.
Yeah,
that
there's
tree
a tree
is
on
spooky.
one side.
The tree is very spooky. I will agree with
Okay,
that.
what about the other
very
side?
scary
Fine,
tree.
I'll write down that tree as well.
No, the other side.
And it's, Halloween's coming up, and I like the spooky trees. I think that's really, really cool. And I'm glad you keep noticing those things, Lester. Jeez. Anyway,
okay, look, if Teddy dies, it's not my fault. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, so all I know is that cryptids live on our land. I drop people off on the far corner of the land in the dead of night once I'm done with the tour. I book it back home.
Yes. And
and things happen.
You gather up the flashlights as well because those are our property. Well, we rent them out, and the rental only lasts for the duration of the tour.
Well, and the flashlight uses the same batteries as the Roku remote. And so I want those batteries back at the house. I don't want those lost or anyone taking the flashlights.
I mean, that's probably just double A's. You could buy some more.
Okay.
Well,
some of us have an overhead to worry about.
Guess, if we're just throwing money around.
You have Raytheon money and Teddy's life insurance money. You must be okay. Plus the money to make these are there more cryptids that Teddy found?
There is no money involved in making these cryptids. These are cryptids that are found.
Oh, so you admit it? Oh, okay.
No, they are cryptids. They are found either on the land or Teddy finds them out in the forest.
Are there any more?
Certain things that happen to might be on the land that happen to be might be things that we saw earlier. All of these things maybe happen, possibly be. Does that make sense?
I mean, I think if we take the word might or possibly out of the sentences, they do make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Do you want me to show you some other cryptids that we found?
Please.
I would love to see
all
that.
ears.
Now, Teddy, I believe you found this one in Gainesville, Florida. That's why we've been calling it the
my God. It's the girl from The Ring. Holy shit.
We've been calling it the Gainesville Goat.
Gainesville Goat.
And you can see this Teddy, you must have been scared out of your mind when you came across this legendary creature.
I was terrified. And it was just like tonight. I was wandering around and I saw it. And for one thing, I called you up immediately. You didn't believe me.
Oh,
You said,
no. I mean,
there is no way.
There's no way. No one's seen the Gainesville Goat in 30 years.
Yeah. You said, that's a tree. That's a tree. That's a tree. And I said, no. And then I got you up on FaceTime and you were looking at it and it was interacting. It was so scary.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Well, and that FaceTime was just so clear. We were on the new iOS 15 on the iPhone 13, and Apple makes those really solid products.
Really solid products. Yes.
I mean, it looks like it's a goat that's kind of like a little bit stuck in a lawn chair.
Well, okay. Again, this is your mind sort of looking for familiarity to make sense of what you're seeing.
So.
This creature that has the head of a goat, the back end of a goat, and then the middle part of a lawn chair.
And the legs of a goat. I guess we could call it a cryptid. Although I gotta be honest, I'm much more intrigued by the woman hanging from the tree right behind Teddy.
Honestly, at this point, you've pointed out so many trees that So whenever you, and this is just for any listener, for any viewer, whenever you are in the forest, forests are made up of trees.
Yep.
And
no, I know.
So, and hold on, because it doesn't sound like you do. So
They're different sizes too, aren't they?
Okay, I know. Yeah, some are old, some are young. Yeah.
Some are. Oh, okay. Okay, look who's coming around.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Look who
write that
picked
down.
something up
Actually,
today.
that's really good.
You didn't know about trees having different ages?
Some are old and some are young.
That's why they're different sizes. The older they are, the bigger they get.
Okay, well then
Well,
I
feel
need
like-
to write this down too. Then okay, because
Yeah, I mean that might be a theory. Oh, hey Teddy, I actually do see something behind you. Can you just move a little bit,
Other way.
little bit up? Yep, looks like there's an owl in that tree, just right over there.
Really? I
Now,
don't.
That
see
is
that.
interesting.
I honestly don't
Yes.
see that.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, there's a
Now-
woman in that tree. There's no owl in the other one.
Now, Lester, an owl, that is not a cryptid. Owls are actually very smart, well-known creatures that
I don't
hang out at
see an owl.
universities and wear little school hats.
No, that's
Graduation
Schoolhouse
caps.
Rock. That's not true.
You're saying owls don't exist? They're just from Schoolhouse Rock?
No, I'm saying owls don't wear hats and diplomas.
Lester, you've got a lot to learn about
You guys,
nature and
look.
animals, even before we get into cryptozoology.
Look, I mean, okay,
Oh
what is
wow, I
this then?
forgot about another animal that Teddy had found. I mean, Teddy, do you remember finding where you found this one?
It's a bird with chips on its head.
Yeah, that one I went to the local pond.
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
seems the way it's look how it's accustomed itself to the fellow ducks around
Oh
him,
my
even
God.
though it has the body of a duck and the head of a Lay's potato chip bag.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, Lester, you're right. Wow, that the head of a Lay's potato chip.
Okay,
bag.
yeah. I
That
mean,
is
yeah, it's a bird with a bag on its head, but there is a horned monster right behind you. Teddy, look, you guys, I mean, look, I'm concerned for your lives. I think we're almost out of time to be hanging out, but I gotta say, your woods are creepy as fuck.
His or whose?
Again, it sounds like you're afraid of the dark again, which I think is it is perfectly fine
It's
and perfectly
okay.
okay for a little baby boy like yourself to
No.
be so scaredy-weirdy of all the creepy noises at night. But see, Teddy and I are two brave big boys.
Mhm.
Okay,
And so we
well,
can handle these things a little more.
It helps. It helps to actually study a little bit.
Oh, this was another one.
Okay. Don't freak me out like that.
I am sorry to.
I
yeah.
haven't gotten over every cryptid we found.
yeah, I mean, that's a dog with a lawn chair, with its head through a lawn chair. I mean, look, you guys, I think we are pretty much at the end of the time that we can hang, but I'm just worried about you. That's all. I don't want to hear when I come up out the ground that my friends Eddie and Teddy got eaten by some wild creature cryptids okay, what's that? A donkey coming out of a manhole?
This is a donkey with the head of a donkey and the back end of a hole in the ground.
Well, that's wild. I mean, that's a crazy cryptid. I believe that one. If that donkey lives half in the ground, half out, that is truly a cryptid.
No, it's the bottom half is the hole in the ground.
Right.
And this one we also call the Denver Devil because Teddy did also find him in Denver. So we don't know which one we're gonna settle on for.
I've actually, even that local pond that I was talking about, that one was also in Denver. So
Yes, that's also being called the Denver Devil. So
I
you can
see.
actually vote on our Twitter and our website.
we don't have
are-
other names lined up, so we're releasing a book on our cryptid findings, and so at the moment,
sponsored by Lay's potato chips.
Yes, at the
that
moment
makes sense.
they're all going to be labeled as the Denver Devil for now.
Mhm.
And then one by one, hopefully by the time the book releases in 3 weeks, we'll get those votes in to at least change one of them.
Well, I am concerned that you won't make it to the book's release because there is a scary monster right behind you trying to eat you, I think.
Do you guys hear the whispering?
No, because we're not in the woods.
Oh,
Okay.
are you hearing the owls? Who?
Yeah,
Teddy?
they're saying like, who killed my son? Who is disturbing my slumber? Who disturbs my rest? Yeah, who?
Oh, the sounds you hear in nature.
Who has awoken the beast? Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
all
yeah,
these-
that's like
all these owls.
It looks kind of
whispering.
like a fiend from the game Witcher 3, if anybody knows that. But you guys, I do, I do have to go. I have to get back to, it's the finale episode of Apocalypse 6 with Lester Pipps right now. Yeah. And this
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Oh, sorry.
I love
Sorry.
No, I'm glad to take a call from you guys anytime. And I hope that, when I come out the ground and go on living life, just avoiding COVIDs with my fly swatter or whatever, instead of by hiding in the bunker, I do hope to maybe come visit, but I hope you're not dead when I get there. That's all I have to say.
No, I mean, I'm not going to be dead. You can come on the safari, and then once, we get to the other side, I'm going to just drop you off in the dead of night, take your flashlight and head back home.
No, I'm not going to do the safari. I know too much to do that.
Teddy, unfortunately, probably won't be here, so you're not going to be able to see him because he's going to be so deep in the forest doing his research.
Eddie, can I ask you a real quick question?
Yeah.
Did you send Teddy out there to feed him to the monster so that you don't get eaten?
Ooh, now this goes back to not knowing the diets of these monsters, so you're making a lot of assumptions there.
I guess so.
Now, of course, if any of those cryptids end up being people eating cryptids, I don't want to be the person that's eaten because I'm doing my research.
I do think it's pretty clear that all the people who you've had come on your tour got eaten by the cryptids, and maybe your tour attendance dried up and you had to send your brother out there. But regardless, I hope you're both alive when I get there. And I guess I just, one last thing, you guys, is there any last words of advice you want to give my listeners, or anything you might want them to find on the internet?
Advice. Okay, so you'll want to bring bug spray when you go camping.
That's good.
You'll want to make it, if you're concerned about malaria, you're going to want to get some high DEET content in that bug spray.
That makes sense.
Whenever you find a tent that is covered in red paint,
blood,
you want to go ahead and just open that up and
Don't
make
do
yourself
that.
at home.
Definitely
go
not that.
inside, because usually, like 9 times out of 10, no one's there. That's a tent for you. You don't have to pitch your own tent. It's awesome.
It's that one time out of 10 you got to watch out for, though.
Make sure you have enough ink in your pen to write down all the trees that you need to mark down.
Apparently,
I guess that is good, yeah.
The problem we've had, what I learned today, is that we don't write down enough about trees.
That's not what
Gotta
I was
make a
gonna
note
say.
about that. And also, if you want to listen to some character-based improv comedy, you could go to I know this guy. Actually, it's similar to the name that Eddie was saying earlier, and I guess it's just been in your head because we've been fans of this podcast. It's Dr. London Smith is the host.
I've actually just been hearing that name whispered to me quite a bit.
Okay, well, it's
Just
in
sort
any
of
case,
a Dr. London.
yeah.
Dr. London.
It's the Jock Doc podcast, jockdocpodcast.com, or just look up Jock Doc podcast. It's the improv comedy, but also a little medical lesson thrown in a very endurable way.
It's a great podcast to listen to while you're out alone in the camping in the forest.
Yes. Oh, it's what I listened to. And it's weird to hear Dr. London from so many sources, because I hear it so much in the podcast as well, that name. And so, but in any case, so that's, if you're going camping, you'll want to download that podcast.
That is the adjective I look for in a podcast. Endurable. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You want to get something that, if you, that gun to your head, you technically could listen to it.
It's not impossible to get through at all.
It's technically possible. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for that, Teddy. Eddie, I mean, same question to you. I think probably that covered a lot of it, but any advice that you want to throw out there for the listeners at home? Last time at the end of the show.
I'm just going to say, if you come across a cryptid, if you see one of these, chip-headed ducks or hole-butted donkeys or something, I'm sorry, not trying to scare you, but if you see one, be careful about it, and then offer them maybe if you have some Lay's potato chips to eat. We're sponsored by Lay's. If you want to just check out Lay's potato chips.
Lay's potato chips. Yeah, check out the chips. Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, you guys. And hey, it's been a pleasure having you on the show for the run of the show. So thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you for having us on, for letting us advertise our zoos. Every from Squirtle to Blastoise, we like to really show how we learn to upgrade our zoos. And now obviously I'm to the point where I'm out in the field. That's crazy.
But I'm starting to realize it was more of a Ghastly Hunter Gengar situation. But absolutely, pleasure, you guys.
All right. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wow, that was wild. That was long. You might be looking at me and thinking that's not Lester. Well, you're right. I'm at Lester's publicist as reporter. Lester and Claire and Tamara took off. They took chance and they went north to find their other wife, Mrs. Lester Pipps, whose name is Jeannie Werfel. God, I just want to say it's been a pleasure publicizing this show for a year and a half, being on the Pack Theater Twitch, and it's bittersweet to end it, but it's, things come to an end. I want to say thank you to everybody who's ever been on the show, and I want to specifically thank the people who are on the show tonight. Obviously, the Jock Doc Podcast boys got their plugs in, so I'm going to plug stuff for everybody else. Okay, so I'm just going to run down the list of people who are on the show. So Kayla Teal was on the show. Kayla's been on the show for so many times. And she's part of the Jet City Theater up in Seattle. So check that out if you're up there. Andres Parada was on the show. Andres Parada Comedy is fantastic. Andres is also part of another show that I work on called The Daily Misinformer, which you should check that out at Daily Misinformer, at Andres Parada Comedy. London Smith and Cameron Clark are the two guys from the Jock Dog Pod who you just saw. Ella Bourne was on the show. That's I'm not going to go through who everybody is because it's too much. It's a mess. I got to get off the. I've been on camera. I mean, I've been helping Lester stream this show for a long time today, so I'm tired. But Steph Martinez was on the show. Steph is fantastic at Steph Martinez Official. You can also check out Steph in the at bothered _ web series, bothered web series starring Julie Phillips and Derek Emerson Niemczek. Julie, of course, looks a lot like Jeannie Werfel. So, worth checking out for sure. And I've been on that one. Bothered, the web series, I've been on that one. It's worth looking at. Ella Bourne was on the show, also is on Bothered, at Ella _ Francis with an E. She's great. She's in Australia. Just doing crazy work down there. Check out any Australian television commercial and she's probably in it. Elizabeth Conway was on the show at Miss Elizabeth Content. She's been on the show a bunch of times. She's very funny. She's a part of the Public Breakup sketch group that I'm also a part of at Public Breakup on all the things. Evie Francisini was on the show. Evie's great, on the show a couple of times at Evie28. Ted Harris was on the show at Teddy _time_bomb. I gotta say who that was because there's no possible way you recognize him. That is, of course, Popeye. Teddy does all kinds of wild tech bits on this show. It's very funny every single time. Chase O'Donnell was on the show and is currently in the comments. Hi, Chase. Chase is at Chase _O'Donnell on all the things. Fantastic stand-up comedian. Check her out. Sarah Nicolazzo was on the show at Wailing Sarah on all the things. I was also in a web series with Sarah at what's it? I don't remember the handle for it, but it is The Holiest One. Worth a look. Fantastic. She's doing all kinds of good work in Australia too. So many Australians. Adam Macias was on the show at Adam R. Mack, also from the Daily Misinformer at Daily Misinformer on all the things. I feel like a shill, but I'm shilling my own stuff, so I guess that's okay. Jesse McIntosh was on the show at Too Much Jesse, also from Public Breakup at Public Breakup. Fantastic comedian, also a father. Shout out to Elijah, the little guy. Victor Olivas was on the show at Victor _Crack Cobain from Hot City Sketch at the Pack Theater. Check them out. They may be the rival of my team, fevercomedy.la, but boy, it's the kind of rivalry that's a little bit supportive. You know what I mean? Who's next? Bree Jones was on the show. Brindiana Jones on all the things. Fevercomedy.la. She's also in Fever. Very funny. Killing herself with ink since the beginning of the show. Fantastic. Frankie Griffin was on the show at Wizworld Live at Frankie G Baby. If you're not already watching Wizworld Live, what are you doing? I've been fortunate enough to get to be on that podcast. Very fun. But the live shows are great. They just did a live show at a medieval festival, a Renaissance fair That's crazy. Paul Heredia was on the show, also from Daily Misinformer. That's at Paul Heredia, which is Heredia. I don't know why I only spelled Paul's name. I think it's because I the pronunciation isn't like phonetic, you know. But I don't know. Also from the Daily Misinformer, does all the editing. It's wild. That's just the people who are on the show tonight. There were so many other people who were part of the show. It was so fun. Thank you to the pack for having us on here. I know my accountant or Lester's accountant did some jokes about the pack channel, but honestly, thank you for having us on. Thank you to everybody who ever watched. And yeah, I'm sure I'll cook up something new down the road, but I'll be off the air for a while. Thanks again, everyone. Hey, you know what? Just one last time, let's kick it to that outro. Kick it! That's from my favorite podcast, The Teachers. I'm going to plug The Teachers Lounge. If you're not listening to The Teachers Lounge, you're a fool. Big Grande's The Teachers Lounge. All 4 of those dudes declined to be on this show, but I still love them. All right, now the outro. Here you go.
That was the show. Now we did it. You know how to survive an apocalypse. So now we're gonna talk about saying thank you to you. Thank you for watching the show, and thank you to these guests for doing the thing for you tonight or today. And also thank you to the Pack Theater for hosting. Now it's time to say, get out there, survive, and make humanity proud.
You can find the show at Lester Pipps on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also find all the video archives on EzraParker.com/Lester Pipps. Please like and subscribe and all those things.